Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes, and before we even get started with introducing the rest of the members of the council, you can follow me on Instagram at TheBradVentures and check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheBradVentures. Joining me to my right, like I said before, the entire I don't know if I said it before, but the entire council is here again tonight. And to my immediate right, I have my co-host, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Hello there, my friend. It's sad every time you say that. I check which direction it is, but that's the standpoint I'm at. But it's been great. I had an amazing day last night and mostly tonight, again, at Hollywood Studios on Batu. I'm sure we'll get into it probably for too long of a ramble later, but I had an experience that I've never had ever in Disney on any attraction, any ride, anywhere. So we'll get into it later.
Beautiful.
It was great.
What a tease.
We'll get into the show. You didn't say hello there.
I said hello there.
Did you say hello there?
He
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
I missed the hello
Hello
there.
there.
I was upset. I was like, you broke the show's
Oh, no.
the thing. You broke it. And
It
then to
happens.
Evan's right is the other one-third of this podcast, Mr. Tom Oakery. Tom, what's going on, bro?
By the right of the council, by the will of the force, I am freshly tatted. I've got a new lightsaber. I am feeling pretty fucking good.
I've had a good week, man.
I've had a decent week, yeah.
You got
Pretty good
tatted up.
week.
Tell the listeners what you got if you want to. You don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely I will. So my right arm is done with Metallica album covers, so we're moved on to the left. I've got the Joker and Harley Quinn on there already, and I've added the Riddler. This is a full Batman villain sleeve that we've got going here. So the Riddler's on my forearm.
Was that the plan to
Yeah.
do a Batman villain?
Yes.
Or did it just kind of turn out that way?
That was the plan. I got the Clown Prince first, Harley after, and that was always the plan to add more.
Dude, I saw that tattoo, and it was one of the things where I was like, did he, like, go and do, like, the first phase of it, and, like, we just didn't see it? Because like, that looked like that was so much work, dude.
Yeah, 6 hours in the chair.
God, how did you do that for
You just
constant pain for 6 hours,
you
man?
just
That's
get used to it.
dedication.
You know, when you get tattooed, it's crazy because neither one of you have any work, right?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
No.
So when you get tattooed, like the first 15 minutes, it's like, shit, okay, you know, what's going on? You're like, why am I doing this again? Then you catch like a crazy adrenaline rush for like 2 hours. And then it's like the adrenaline takes over and you're just like, all right, I'm loving it. This is good. I can handle it. This is perfect. And
Pause
then,
real quick. Is that like your adrenaline, like fight or flight instinct coming in?
I think so. I think
it's
it has a
you're
little
just
bit to do with
constant
it.
Pain. It's like, all right, something's going down.
Yeah.
The body doesn't know what's happening.
I wonder
You're-
if it's a thing for a lot of people, for most people, because like I was a runner back in high school and college, and people always talked about like a runner's high.
Yeah.
I
I get like
never
runner's
had
high
that.
on an elliptical.
I ran as far
get
as
to a point
14
where, like-
miles, but never had runner's
Really?
high. Yeah, I
Oh,
never
dude.
had this. So
I get on
I'm
the I get on the
weird, I guess.
elliptical. If I do it if I go an hour and I just go like I just look ahead and just kind of it's almost like a meditation because you
Yeah.
just kind of look ahead. You focus on one thing. You have like music or something, a podcast playing. That's just kind of background noise.
Mhm.
You just kind of focus and like next thing you know, your 45 minutes is done on the elliptical. It's wild.
Okay, so maybe I've had that because that's just me normally working out or
I,
anything.
when
I
they
just
say
like to zone
high,
out.
I don't feel like drunk.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel,
not
I feel
like-
like in a zone.
I feel like
in a-
oh, let's do this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I guess I did have that. It's just being in a zone. So it's like that. With
Yeah,
tattoos.
you're in a zone getting tatted, and then
Okay.
after that, you know, the pain sets. You know, I'm getting on the forearm, which is about 90% of it's okay, but you get closer to the wrist where the skin is real thin. It hurts a bit. Hurts a bit. But it's okay. It's the pain that you go through because I love my tattoos, and this sleeve will be finished eventually. We'll get Poison Ivy and Bane on there somewhere.
Oof. What now? How do you decide which versions of which character you want?
So
Forever.
I know. I'm in love with, you know, by listening to the Fourth Mother Box. And follow me at Fourth Mother Box on Instagram, by the way.
Great podcast.
Thank you.
I had to fast forward. I couldn't listen to the whole episode last time because you guys were talking about Titans, and I'm getting. I
Oh.
want to watch it, and I'm not listening. So I listened to the first half where me and Kyle kept going back and forth about Hill House, and he's so fucking dumb. It's okay.
This week's Titans was so fucking good. I can't wait to talk about it this week. But anyway, what was I getting at with this? So it just
Do
kind of
me a favor and save it for the end of the show, so I can just know that that's the end.
You got it.
Because it's just because then I have to
For
worry
you.
about it.
I'll put it at the end of the show notes for Brad.
Yay!
So I am in love from what you know of listening to Fourth Mother Box with the Arkham video games, and so is Kyle. So a lot of these characters are based on Arkham video games.
That one because the Riddler's from Arkham
okay.
Knight, the Arkham series, right?
It's like a combination. Like the Riddler was the first where I ventured out of the Arkhamverse a little bit, just because I loved this design so much.
What is that one based off of?
It's just
Because to me, if I had just looked at that, like when I saw the photo, I was like, "That's the Riddler from Arkham the Arkham
You don't
games.
see the Jim Carrey because it's not the Jim.
It's
Carrey.
not Jim Carrey,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
No.
You don't see it at all.
Yeah,
I dressed up as him for Halloween one year when I was a kid.
it's very much that's awesome, by the
Jim
way.
Carrey or the
I have
Riddler?
photos.
Or-
I'll have to find them.
You've told me the story.
It's very much loosely based on the Arkham version of the Riddler. It's just a different art style because he's got the top hat, he's got the question mark cane, and he's crazy looking like Edward Nygma. So I will more than likely get the Poison Ivy and Arkham Origins Bane version on my forearm, and then back of my bicep.
Now, is that the end of the plan, or do you even have like a Mr. Freeze planned, or do you not like Freeze or
Oh,
Penguin? Or
No, I love Penguin. I love
Okay.
Mr. Freeze. It's just I think I want to put Poison Ivy on the arm because she goes well with Harley Quinn because the two of them are
Yeah.
a thing in the comic books. And then Bane is just one of my favorite characters.
Can we
in-
talk about
in
Colin
villains.
Farrell's Penguin for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I was trying so hard to like. That's one thing that sucks about podcasting is like, especially when it's people like we know, like I'm listening to you talk. I just want to interject. Dude, have you seen the picture of Colin Farrell as the Penguin?
No, I haven't. I
Pull
didn't
it
even
up.
know he was a penguin.
Hang on a
I didn't
second.
even-
I wish I hadn't told you who it was because
Yeah, he would have never.
You would
figured
never
it out.
guess it.
Never.
Is
I
the
promise.
makeup
It's-
just that good?
oh,
Is
dude,
it that-
insane.
it's unbelievable.
like, from an
I knew he
acting
was playing
standpoint,
it, and
I
then
can see
I
it.
I looked it up after listening to Fourth Mother Box. 'Cause I was like, what does he look like? I don't I don't really watch trailers unless it's Star Wars stuff because we like to break it down. And it's for the
Yeah.
podcast. If I wasn't doing a podcast, I wouldn't watch trailers for anything. I just know if I'm going to be invested. Like I don't have to see the they're singing Happy Birthday outside. I guess for some reason.
It's not my birthday.
Happy birthday, no es bueno. There we go. They are, in fact, Spanish, so that's not racist, but yet somehow it is. I found it. Okay, because I saved it.
And those of you that don't know, Colin Farrell is playing the Penguin in the upcoming Matt Reeves' The Batman that releases
Yes.
in March of next year.
I cannot
I
wait for
didn't
this.
even know that's what it was from. I didn't know if it was a.
You
TV
know who
show
Colin
or-
Farrell is, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I can see him playing the Penguin. He would be great.
That's him.
I don't look like him at all.
At
But it
all.
looks good as the Penguin. Like,
Yes.
it still looks
It's
good.
perfect.
It doesn't seem like a cartoony one like Danny DeVito was, but that's
No.
the universe they set up. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's all about how it fits in the universe. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that Christian Bale's Batman would fit that universe of the Danny DeVito Penguin.
Good
Like,
Lord, no.
It's all about like how they set up the
I
world
would love
that
to
it's
see
in.
that kind of crossover. If they ever do a DC? No, what's
The
it called?
Flash, the Flashpoint,
It's coming.
What's it
coming.
called? DC over? What do they have? What's
Multiverse.
Multiverse. Okay,
the Flash,
simple.
the Flashpoint, right? Like,
Dude,
That'd
Flashpoint
be
Paradox.
Amazing to see like Christian Bale fighting Danny DeVito. Like that would be crazy.
Well, I'm willing to bet he's going to cameo in next year's Flash movie. The next year's Flash movie is about the Flashpoint Paradox, essentially. So that's why Ben Affleck is in it as Batman. That's why Keaton's in it as Batman. These are all confirmed
That's
Batsmen.
How
gonna be
busy
awesome.
is Michael Keaton? He's still kind of doing the Vulture. Maybe he's going to be in Spider-Man.
He
but
will
also
be.
He's in Batman. Like, how busy is this dude?
this isn't part of the show notes, but I'm just curious because it's relevant. Did you guys see that they're suing the states of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko?
I
Steve
did
Ditko?
read something
the estates are
along this
suing
along
Marvel?
this that.
No, Marvel's suing the estates
For
to
what?
keep the rights for the characters of the Avengers, specifically the Avengers.
Oh boy.
This is gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
This could completely derail their entire. If Fantastic Four doesn't happen because of this, I'm gonna be furious.
Everyone will be.
I'll be fantastically furious.
I love
You
I
really
will
don't
not
think
be
Disney's
happy.
going to
Please
win out
make
in the end
that
here?
headlines.
Do what?
You really don't think Disney's going to win out in the end here?
All they have to say is no. Like they can throw money at them all they want, but
Yeah.
if you have enough money, where I would assume that Stan Lee and is it Steve Ditko? It is Steve Ditko, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say Mike, but that's Mike Ditka.
Mike
Or the-
Ditka.
And I think isn't Kirby's first name Michael Kirby?
Kirby Ditko.
No, there's two different people.
I'm so confused right now. Steve Ditko is the artist, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would have think because like if I had $100 million in the bank and Disney goes like, well, we'll give you $500 million for the rights. I'm like, I don't need $500 million. I have
I'm not
$100
gonna
million in the
spend this
bank.
100 I have.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like I'm not greedy like that. Like I'd be like, no, if I wanted them to have it, that's one thing. But like there clearly is an issue if they don't want them to have it for some reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's interesting to me that they're going to have this and I'll use this example. Like if somebody like CNN came to Joe Rogan and they were like, hey, we want to give you $500 million for a 3-year contract for you to do a version of your show on CNN. He's not going to take that money. He's got enough money. He's good. why would you do that to make something lesser than what you could do on your own? And I'm kind of equating that example, which is obviously not happening, but like that example of someone approaching somebody who already should have money. Like, I don't know if they do or don't, but in my head they do. And I could just see somebody being like, no, I'm good. Like, no, you can't have the characters. The rights ran out.
Yeah.
We're going to sue you. Okay, well, I own them, so you're going to end up
You're
paying a
gonna
lot in
lose
court fees, and
lose.
they'll try to settle.
Or at
and
best settle, yeah. That's a good point.
I feel like Disney's in shambles right now. Everything just feels so bad. There's no good press coming out for anything.
Well, they're trying.
They're
I
trying
feel-
with like we're streaming the fireworks for free. Oh, cool. Who cares?
right.
No one
night
here's watching
before.
that, right? Like I'm not going to watch the fireworks
No,
on
I'll just
TV
wait a week
before
until I can go see them.
I'm going to see it the next day.
Yeah,
I'm not going to watch
I'm
the.
dodging
We're going to be
crowds, but
we're
I'll
going to be
seeing 'em.
podcasting while they're doing that online.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
might be able
basically.
to hear the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
That actually
Because
be pretty
Harmonious
cool.
is near Epcot's near Old Key West, right?
Super
is.
Close.
Mhm.
You can't really get much closer unless you're Boardwalk
Yeah.
or Beach Club. Like, yeah.
Should we break the news now of what we're doing for our October 1st show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So normally we record on Fridays. We record Friday at 9 o'clock. That's our record time. It gives everybody a little bit of time after work, kind of decompress a little bit, then head over here and collect our thoughts on the stuff. But what we're doing for next week, there will not be a regular Jedi Talk podcast, but there will be a podcast that the three of us are going to sit down with our significant others, hopefully, if they want to.
Oh yeah, I already told Courtney she's gonna.
Ollie's in.
She's
Mine'll be
down.
working.
So
Oh, it's
just
Thursday night. Never mind. Yeah, we'll be good.
so
Thursday
the
night, yeah,
plan
yeah.
is we're going to sit with significant others and kind of have like a celebration of 50 years of Walt Disney World, and kind of talk about memories of Walt Disney World. And me and Holly's first date was at Disney, and so I'm not going to spoil that story here. We'll talk about that
That's
on
pretty
Thursday.
And I got married at Disney World,
Yes, you did.
so I won't spoil
So we will. We're going to do like a 50th celebration show that's going to be focused on Walt Disney World's 50th instead of Jedi Talk next week. So,
I'm sure there'll be some Star Wars moments.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure. Yeah,
God,
absolutely. Of
yes.
course.
Yeah.
But it's going to be focused most on the 50th. So just heads up, that's what's going to be next week. It's just a 1 week interruption for the show. We still wanted to put out something, so that's kind of what we're doing going forward. Also, I don't know what's going on with Spotify. I tried to fix
Yeah.
it. I tried to fix it today. I
So
went
did
through
I.
and deleted it and re-added it.
Oh, you did.
The show's not coming through on Spotify for some reason.
Oh no.
Don't know what's
It
happening.
came through
It's
on-
got to be
I
some
used
sort of glitch.
Castbox to listen. It came on Castbox.
It went through everywhere else.
Everywhere else but Spotify.
But
For what
Spotify.
I don't know
iTunes is
why.
good and all that.
Yeah, everything else is I don't know why. So if you listen on Spotify and it's not out this week, you'll catch up somehow.
You,
It's on YouTube.
look. No, actually, go to the Fourth Mother Box. I uploaded both episodes as bonus for us.
Beautiful.
As a way to promote our show on October 15th, where the two shows are collabing together, and a way to get the show out to the people.
Fourth Mother Talk. Wait for it. It's going to
Yes.
be fucking
That's a
awesome.
great-
I can't wait.
great name.
I don't know if you noticed or mentioned it. I'm sorry. One of the coolest things that we're doing for this October 1st show specifically is we're recording live from Old Key West, so we'll be on
Yeah.
property.
Yes.
We'll be
We'll
on Disney World property.
Yes, we'll
Might
be.
as well, we stay up till 12:01. Officially.
That'd
the
be kind of
50th.
fun to just
Yeah.
be officially do it. Record officially as like New Year's Eve as the clock turns into the 50th.
Yeah, that's what Michael Eisner would do. Come on,
Hi, I'm Michael Eisner,
every night.
and this is the Disney Sunday movie.
On Pleasure Island. Every night is New Year's.
Every night's New Year's. When you come, we want you. We
Would-
want
can
you to enjoy
imagine,
New Year's
would
Eve.
Anybody greenlight that now? Hey, we're gonna build this place where every night is New Year's Eve. Like,
You know what's weird is
I
some
don't
of it, some of his stuff was so ahead of its time though.
yeah, like think about that.
Like think about Adventurers Club.
Oh.
That's on par with everything they're doing with bars across
They're
Disney
trying to
property
make,
right now.
like, oh,
What
this
are you
is
laughing
so
at?
Do you
sweet.
remember when Homer and Marge were in Itchy and Scratchy Land and they went to the bar that rang in the New Year's and Marge was just like, "You must be so happy they're ringing the New Year's, every day." He's like, "Please kill me."
Yeah, please
That's-
kill me.
that's
Talking on the
literally
worker.
it. Yeah,
Please kill me.
but
Simpsons is great.
Yeah.
like
I'm the
Trader
mascot of
Sam's
an
and
evil
Oga's.
corporation.
Yeah.
As close as we get to Adventurers Club now.
But everything is kind of like that they're doing
Yeah.
with
We're trying
bars
to.
and stuff.
Like,
For
we
I
already
mean,
had that though. Like it stinks that we have to circle back to it.
yeah, it's a weird one. But what are you gonna do? All right, let's get into the topics for the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sit out one of these and catch some flack for it. So, but I will.
No, you're not gonna catch flack.
No, that's okay
Um,
if you do.
I mean, I'm gonna make funny like I always do, but it's not flack.
Oh, that's okay.
So the first thing we're gonna talk about on the show is me and Tom have finished Star Wars Visions.
That's what
Yes.
I'm talking about. I
Okay.
haven't touched it.
Cool.
So-
yet I will.
So we're gonna talk spoilers. So you're cool with that?
To me, you can't spoil something that doesn't exist. So
Valid.
Yeah, it's not canon. Like
Yeah.
what are we spoiling?
Now,
Like
if it was canon, I would have watched it, but also said, "Don't you dare say a word to me." But it doesnn't.
I don't
exist,
think they're going to
so-
keep this not canon.
oh,
I mean, maybe one day, yeah, like 5 years from now.
Because
or
all
2
the
years
we'll
from
get
now.
into this when we go through each and every. I need to rank mine while we're talking. I forgot to do that. I know the order, so I just
Okay.
need to like jot it down.
yeah.
I will say, it's like almost universally loved already. Is the Ninth Jedi?
It was
I've
one
not
of
heard
the
a bad
best
word
Star
about
Wars
that.
things I've
It's
seen in a long time.
Beautiful.
It was great.
Okay.
The Ninth Jedi.
You really should
that has
watch
to
it.
be like my entry. Then.
If
I'll
you
start with that.
If you
and
don't
then-
watch anything, I don't know, man. That first
no,
episode's good too.
no. Start with the duel. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the duel's dope.
work my way to the best. Don't start with the best.
No,
Yeah.
if for you, because I know you,
you
you're
know
gonna
me
tap
really
out
well.
100% on every other episode. I would have. I mean, there's
We're spoiling here anyway, so go ahead and say whatever. Like we're spoiling.
I don't know the episode. It's the one called episode
Give me the plot.
6. Toby.
Oh, TOB1.
That's the droid.
Good
that wants to
episode.
be a Jedi,
It's basically
like,
Star Wars Pinocchio.
It
or-
is Star
yeah,
Wars
or,
Pinocchio.
Like Bicentennial Man.
That one.
Yeah, it's like, it's good, but I don't think you're gonna like the style.
TOB1 at first, and it's my. I don't know. Do you want me to go over my ranking?
Let's
First.
we'll get let's talk about each episode first, and then
Okay.
we'll talk about our rankings. Let's start at episode 1, the duel.
The duel. Okay.
I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was one of the better episodes.
yeah.
It got me interested in the character Ronan, and here's the thing: I didn't realize until the end that they were trying to keep his identity a secret. But I watched it with subtitles on. Did you? So
There's an English dub you can watch.
there
There's
is, and I
both.
didn't know that until today. Because when I was in North Carolina, is where I watched the first 3 episodes.
Mhm.
I just clicked on it, and it was a Japanese dub, and I was just reading subtitles. And then when I got home today, for whatever reason, when I clicked on it, it was in English, and I was like, "Oh, I guess this episode has an English dub." And then did it for all of them.
Yeah, like
So
one of the bigger.
don't know how I
actors
missed
is
that.
Neil Patrick Harris. He's a voice actor.
for which one?
I don't know which one.
Neil Patrick Harris was in
That's what
Visions.
They announced this a long time ago, and that
What?
was like my one thread that I was like, I'm vaguely excited because of
I
this
love
voice
Neil
cast.
Patrick Harris.
Yeah, and I think
Really?
it was it Jillian Jacobs maybe, and I I love Community. She's from Community, so I was like, okay.
There
I
were a
like
few
this
voices where I
cast.
was like, I think this sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah,
But
so the
anyway.
cast is what intrigued me.
So this is where I'm confused. So the Star Wars series Visions is not canon,
Nope.
but they've said all the novels they're going to release are canon going forward, correct? So Ronan is going to be a canon novel, but we have the first thing we see of him as a non-canon story,
I guess so.
or is the book not canon? I'm not gonna do this legend shit. Like
I don't either.
I
That's
don't
my
have
whole
any
point.
desire to. The
Neither
only reason
do
I'm
I.
doing this is because it's the first Star Wars show we've gotten since
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch,
which
yeah.
was a
But,
disaster.
Yeah.
Safe. Well, we all agree, disaster. Bad Batch was a
Yeah,
disaster for the
I'm
most part.
Not a fan.
I think this was better than Bad Batch.
It's
To
just
be
not
honest
for
with
me,
you,
But
I really do. It was more digestible. It was different enough. Each thing seemed different enough, and we did kind of critique that everything looked similar, but when you're watching it as a series, everything is very distinct.
Mhm.
All the styles it doesn't mesh together.
Yeah.
Every style's independent. So I
Yeah,
just want to clear that
everything
up.
was unique. Yeah.
I didn't hate the series.
I didn't
There were
hate it,
things
no.
I didn't like about it. The thing that I didn't like about it. This is just an overview, and then we'll get into each episode, I guess. Right? Like, I guess
Sure.
this is
Yeah.
how
Or
we
we
do
could
this.
throw whatever. Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of the episodes were like just anime, and then they added a lightsaber to it, and then all of a sudden it was Star Wars. So, like the episode that sticks out in my brain, the one with the Village Bride,
Yep.
that is 100% not a Star Wars story.
It's
Neither is
it's
the
really
rock
not.
band one, Tatooine Rhapsody.
Tatooine Rhapsody. Yeah.
Is not a Star Wars episode, even though the Boba Fett looked really cool. I liked
Yeah.
the style of it, but like they could have done more with that. And I felt like that one fell real flat. And how dare they be at the Boonty Classic and not show a single fucking pod racer?
Nope.
Seriously?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's laughable.
It's literally about the band that plays. The whole show is about the band.
I mean, at
And
least
Jabba wants one of them for some reason, and then he does it and lets them play anyway.
Jabba wants the
It's fucking
because
dumb.
the bass player's a Hutt, so he wants him back.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's
He
why
wants him
wanted
back because he won't join the clan. So he like wants he basically gonna execute him, and then at the end, their
lets him
lead
play.
singer's a Padawan who ran away from Order 66. and got
Oh,
saved
look.
by saved by the
It
bass
sounds more
player.
interesting than it is.
Another one that survived Order 66, even though it's
Not
not
canon.
but
Not canon though. Yeah.
So these rules don't apply.
Yeah,
so I'll
rules
be
don't
okay
apply.
with it.
So they formed a band, and they're always on the run from Boba Fett.
Always
Funny
on
enough.
the run.
Yeah.
Is that Lenny Kravitz?
Band on the run. No.
Or that one, Band
yeah.
on the Run.
That's the first song I ever played on guitar.
Yeah.
Noise.
Mhm.
Nice.
I
Mine
don't know how
was
to play it now, but that's the first song I learned. on
mine was
guitar
Devil's
ba-
Dance.
And
By
I don't even
Metallica.
like Paul McCartney.
No.
I don't like the Beatles at all,
Yeah.
and I don't like Paul McCartney.
Overrated.
Band on the run. We still need to do a music podcast.
We
It'd
do.
be a lot of fun for you and me to sit and talk music.
We do.
Did you listen to Fair to Midland yet?
I listened to like the first half of the song.
Dance of the Manatee?
Yes, and I got distracted.
That song's dope. Sorry, Evan.
You're good.
So
This is me with
I
visions
just-
and also music. When you guys talk, I'm just
I
holy
would
cow,
give this
you
a
guys.
C minus.
Overall. Just
Yeah,
as a-
overall. There were some good, like, The Ninth Jedi was so good,
Yeah.
but everything else was not that. Everything else was just this, like, story where I'm like, I like to play the game of, like, if it was canon, where would this fit in? And none of it made any sense.
Except for the Ninth Jedi.
That one,
Yeah.
that one legit could be canon.
Absolutely.
That one 100% could be canon. And I loved the switch. I'm not going to ruin this one for you because you need to watch it.
Okay.
And there's that switch where you're like, oh shit.
oh
okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, what's up now?
Is that when?
And then there's that moment where she talks about the kyber crystal, and then it changes the color.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you guys need to, I can just cover my ears for 30 seconds or whatever. If
No,
wanna
you
say
know
it.
what I'm saying.
yeah. And it's clear and it
then
changes.
it changes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's-
Okay.
You're like,
this one's that
cool.
good, then I don't. wanna be
Dude, it's
spoiled.
really, really,
And
really
you,
good.
Like you said, you do know
I know
me,
you're not going to
and-
like anything
yeah,
else,
You do know me,
but I
so-
know you will like that episode.
Okay.
It's I actually wouldn't mind if some of the lightsabers from Visions made their way into Doc Ondar's.
You
I
know
wouldn't be
what?
mad at
Hold
it.
up, hold up. Me too, and I'd fucking buy them, but because they're not canon. Like I don't want to be tempted to buy
If
the
they were
goddamn
canon,
things.
If they were, you would
Oh
buy
yeah,
it,
I'd
like,
be
in a
right on it.
I don't
You're
care.
right on it.
Like they look so cool. It'd be kind
know.
of cool to have like a Legends
Well, see, that's the thing.
lightsaber. Like I don't need like a whole series. I don't want 10 of them.
No,
but like to
that's,
have one.
The thing
Like
is, like
the
if
one
they
that I'm
do-
thinking of is the one that is the.
The umbrella one from
No,
the
that one's
duel.
one with
that one's
30
ridiculous.
spinning blades. It's like a saw trap.
It's like
I
that's
fucking
like
loved that.
It's like a saw trap. Is exactly what it is.
It did look like a saw trap.
It was the
that's The point in
one-
the trailer where I said I'm out. I can't.
The
come
one
on.
from the Village Bride.
Oh,
the yellow one.
The one that Jedi had at the end.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
My only thing was like, I've always said that I think Star Wars is Jedi and the Sith, and I think that's what for a lot of people Star Wars is like the pilots and the X-wings and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's not Star Wars to me. That's a war.
Right.
That can be done. That story can be told with anything. For me, I need the Jedi and the Sith. This just took it a little too far. It's like everything was the same. Everything was like, oh, at the end someone has a lightsaber, and you're
Mhm.
like, all right, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. A lot of these stories revolved around kyber crystals and lightsabers. It was all kind of the same thing, done in different styles, different ways. And then every now and again, you'd get an episode that would like deliver it at certain points. Like we were talking about the Village Bride, very slow until the end.
The ending was fantastic.
And
The
some
ending
of
was
these are long.
great.
Some of these are 30 minutes long.
No.
No.
The longest one's 22 minutes.
Yeah.
22? Okay, I heard
Yeah.
30, so I'm glad it's
And
not.
then
I was expecting like
2 minutes
10
of that
minutes.
is credits.
Right.
So it's 20 minutes long.
I was
One
expecting like 10, but go ahead.
one episode that I did not like at first and then jumped way on high on my list because of just how it finished was La Pinocho. I loved the ending of La Pinocho. The
I
ending
liked
of it.
what
The
they
ending
were
of it.
trying to do.
Yeah.
For me, it was just so unnecessary to make that character a fucking rabbit. Like, there's no reason to do that.
It's Star Wars though. That's
Yeah,
like
but
the
There is a
silly
rabbit
part
in
of it.
canon. There is a rabbit in canon. That big old.
Who?
But this isn't canon.
Jackson's not canon.
Well, we debated it when it came out. He was in the Jedi Temple, Trials of the Temple, or whatever.
Oh, that is canon. So yeah, that's right.
Oh,
he is
shit.
canon.
Okay.
It's canon.
Jackson is canon. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
in that. So he is canon.
Was
Hey,
it that
people
same
listening,
species?
you see how I got new information that I forgot and then I changed my opinion? That's how you're supposed to work in everyday
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Which is
I
the
didn't-
one that was like you said is what inspired Mando, the original like Japanese.
The
story
Duel.
that-
The Duel.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
It's,
first episode.
But there's also that scene in I forget. I have notes for every single episode because I literally watched There was 9 of them, right?
Oh,
I watched
yeah,
5
9
of
here.
them tonight after work.
Let's do this. I've got the ranking in front of me. Let me go down 9 to 1 what I've got it
Go
at,
for it.
and we could talk about each episode. So number 9 for me was coincidentally the 9th episode. I did not like Akakiri at all.
I already forgot about it, and I just watched it an hour ago.
It bored me to tears. And the only thing, redeeming fact about that I remember, but I get strong Anakin vibes, was the ending. When
Still lame.
it's still lame, but the Sith, like, mountain woman who took over from her sister, who's the princess who is in love with this Jedi, tricked him into killing who he loved and said, if you come to the dark side, we can revive her. And she was telling the truth this time, unlike Palpatine was. Yeah, she was telling the truth because they were able to revive her, but the thing was, he had to walk back with her and go off in a Star Destroyer and leave his resurrected love behind.
That's kind of sad.
No, it's not as sad as it sounds. He's telling it better than the story tells
I
it.
am. I actually
It's not
am.
a good. It's not a good
well
episode.
done and sad.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
That one for me was, I was just like bored halfway through, and it's one of the shorter ones.
Yes, I can't remember how they got to that point.
They were
really
on those
can't.
like emu things for a
Yeah.
minute.
And
it's
then-
just it's forgettable.
And then he killed her, and I'm like, how the fuck did he kill? Like, how did she get from there to there?
and
Like,
then there was like some like meditation thing where they're like focused in on each other.
Yeah.
And it was dumb. It was dumb. It was
it was
dumb.
very anime.
The problem with legend stuff is they don't have to follow rules of the Force that have already been established.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but in certain cases, it's like I would like that to be added.
But also we've said it before. Like every movie gives you a new force power. So like,
Yeah,
not-
but the problem
movies
is
don't follow
this
the
doesn't
rules. They
this
make
doesn't
new
stick.
rules.
None of this is going to stick. So
True.
why even bother?
Yeah.
Which is honestly why I think they went with like the whole lightsaber being like the crux of every
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
Because it's something we all know and love.
And then also lets you know if you were stumbling across it in like just that anime binge, you'd be like, oh wait, lightsabers, that's Star Wars.
Exactly.
It's
Right.
Also
Dragon Ball Z. Like,
in episode whatever the hell, the Ninth Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about extending the blade size.
Yeah.
That's actually canon.
yeah, that is cool. I like that.
Because like if you look at some of like the visual dictionaries, they talk
Mm-hmm.
about like this adjusts the blade length
Yeah.
on the lightsaber. Like on the Skywalker hilt, the like little brown button with like the little thing that looks like it could turn.
Yep.
At
That's
the
to
very
adjust
top
the
of it.
blade length.
Yeah, at the very top. By the
Canonically, that's what it's for.
That's
so like
awesome.
Yeah.
there were things like that where I'm like, okay, you're following canon. Let's just make it. Can it be? You can't cherry pick. It's got to be all or nothing. And
I
if
know.
it's going to be all or nothing, I'd rather it all not be.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as good as
So-
the ninth Jedi was, it's
So
whatever.
my 8th least or favorite or whatever you want to call it was the Elder. The Elder was about
So far I'm 100% with you.
that guy who kind of reminded me way too much of Qui-Gon and with his Padawan.
I think I even said I have it in my notes. It's
Yeah.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah,
Look,
it was Qui-Gon, and they fought this like crazy.
episode 7, episode of the Elder. The Master looks like Qui-Gon.
Yep.
It's right there.
I believe it.
I
can
wrote
see
it.
Yeah.
So they somehow get to this place because they're pulled in by a dark feeling, and it's this old guy with 2 swords, and he just wants to fight, but he used to be stronger, and then he sort of killed the Padawan, and it got Qui-Gon back over there for them to duel.
Which he got up there miraculously.
Yeah,
He was like
I-
far away on a mountaintop, and then 2 seconds later he shows up. It's dumb.
It was another
It
one
could
that
have been
just
so
missed.
good.
Yeah,
It could have been good, and it just wasn't.
yeah, but again, could be your thing if you're into anime. Number 7 for me was Tatooine Rhapsody. Ends up on the list, low for me.
I'm
Just-
with you.
Just because
so far.
again, you're going to go to Tatooine with no pod racing and
You're going to the Boonts Eve Classic.
Yeah,
At
the
very
Bootsy
with
least-
Classic.
Boba Fett.
At the very
And-
least, it happens in the background. Like at least show them
Yeah,
driving. Like,
nothing.
Come on.
They
And-
don't show the pod racers at all. They're not like in a
The
pan
flag
shot.
ceremony, at least you gotta
Nothing.
show, like,
Nope,
something
just
like
an
that.
empty Boonts Eve Classic. The only thing I will say about this episode that I really enjoyed was I actually liked the style.
yeah,
Like I liked Bib Fortuna in this style. I liked the cute, like kind of cutesy looking Jabba. Boba Fett looked really cool.
he did.
I liked it. I actually liked the style, but yeah, it just
This was
Star
the-
Wars is known for their rock bands, right? Like that's what everyone knows and loves about Star Wars is like how many
DJ
rock
Rex.
stars
No,
they have.
this was a
He's a
punk
rock
emo
star.
band.
DJ
This was
Rock.
like a punk emo
This
band.
was like a J-pop band, dude.
Yes.
Like it was.
J-pop,
They were playing like actual
S-pop.
guitars with very little Star Wars influence,
right?
and it pissed me off. And I'm a musician who plays guitar, I don't need that in Star Wars. When you see the cantina, the finger
Nothing
Dan and the modal
resembles
notes,
anything.
none of that shit looks anything like
Max
an
Rebo.
actual. Right, exactly, Max Rebo.
Yeah.
None of that looks anything like any earthly instruments.
The
And
only
this
thing
was just
is
like
the
he's
drums,
playing a
but, like,
guitar. And this
Please-
guy's playing drums.
Please see Jedi Fallen Order for music inspiration because they
That's
went
the way
and
to go.
found
I love
the Who.
opening of that game when it's
They
in
went-
his
That's
headphones,
the Who.
and I
They
love
went and
that
found
song. That's so good.
Mongolian metal band The Who
That's so awesome.
because they sound like Star Wars music.
Yeah.
So that's how
I
to
want
do
that
it.
Song we played it
They
over.
sound like in
Hell
universe
yeah.
Star Wars music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset if they like scored like Mando season 3.
Book
I
of
know
Boba
Ludwig,
Fett.
Ludwig, whatever the
Have
fuck's
a
coming
collab.
back.
Get Ludwig in them. Like
It-
he's open to that.
God,
Oh,
that'd
they're
be
on.
dope.
The Who did a cover for Metallica on the Black Album.
Did they really? I
Through
gotta
the
check it
Never,
out.
yeah.
That album's number 1 right now. Congratulations to Metallica.
Thank you. I mean, they've
exciting.
been there
I love-
before,
and I
so
love how
Yeah,
you're
no, but like
congratulating
the
Tom.
same album
yeah.
years
Same
later.
album.
They like Zeppelin hasn't done that.
No,
That album's 30 years old, right?
it is this year. Yeah, 30th.
That's
Happy
wild.
birthday, Black
Has
Album.
any other album ever done that? Come back as a re-release and been number 1 again?
Shit. It had to have happened. Like I'm sure
With
Michael
what?
Jackson did it.
He hasn't been alive. Like Thriller wasn't 30 years old when he died.
I'm gonna have to look that up later.
I bet you this is the first time it's ever
That
happened.
would be spectacular.
Maybe like a Billy Joel album or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's ever happened. That's why I'm saying congratulations to Tom. I know it sounds stupid, but like, it's your favorite band. It's a
Fuck
big
yeah.
fucking thing.
Hell yeah.
Especially if that's history. They,
Yeah.
they might be the first band to ever do this shit. The
It's-
Stones, maybe,
They're the
or
first.
the Beatles.
They're the first band to play on every continent, so I wouldn't be shocked.
They're Metallica's dope.
I know they played in Antarctica.
I wish their music was
Yeah,
better.
when you said every continent, my mind immediately thought Antarctica.
No, seriously,
But
they
I
did.
just
Look it
believed
up.
I don't know
believed
if Tom
it when
heard
you
me.
said
They did it in.
it. I don't think I heard you.
What do you
I
say?
said I wish their music was better. I'm just being shitty.
Oh, you
I'm just being
motherfucker!
He is gonna crawl across that table. Just in the background, just. All you hear is that.
Brad is dead.
Brad's getting his ass kicked.
Next
No.
week.
I like Metallica. I respect them.
Yes. Where we were going with this? It should have been the Who in Tatooine Rhapsody instead of that skater boy band in the Padawan that was running
It's-
away from Order
it's
66. It's just. I mean, it wasn't as bad
Just
as the Elder
design
and
the-
Akakiri for me,
Honestly, dude, if they just designed the band better, it wouldn't have been as corny. He literally flies up with a guitar. Like that shit's. They show that.
That shouldn't.
They didn't remove that.
No.
the
they
drummer
should've.
was 3 people too.
So
I actually like that character design. That's a cool character design.
That was, and this was the only episode with Star Wars characters in it, like established,
Oh,
like
okay.
Boba,
yeah,
Bib Fortuna, Jabba the Hutt.
Which was a bad idea. They should have.
because that just confuses
Incorporated.
the regular fan, the like not casual fans. Is it like they're like, wait, they're in this, so it has to be real. Like it has.
Yeah,
To, it confuses
true.
people.
that's true.
Next for me was Village Bride, and we kind of already talked about that.
Yep. I'm with you.
Lockstep,
par for par on
yeah.
Is
this
that
so
number
far.
6?
Number
Yeah.
6 for me,
Got you.
and then we talked at length. Number 5, we talked a little bit about this one too, and we might differ here a little bit, Brad. But TOB1, this was the Pinocchio's version of Star Wars.
Yep.
It's Star
I have
Wars
that in
Pinocchio.
my notes too.
Yeah, and it's a little I don't want to say weird, but it was a little just okay.
It made no sense. Like
out
he's
there, yeah.
making plants.
He's
to
trying to
help
bring
his
life
master.
back. Yeah,
It doesn't. I said the planet looked like a mix of Tatooine and Crate.
it did look like Tatooine Crate.
It had 2 suns. I said, here are my notes. I said, TLB1 is basically Astro Boy meets iRobot meets Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
The planet it takes place on looks like a hybrid of Crate and Tatooine. The ship in the basement looks like the toy Luke holds in A New Hope.
That's the T-16 Skyhopper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Professor Metanaka is adorable. I loved his character design. He was super cute. He had no arms.
Yeah, he had no arms. Yeah,
And the lightsaber in this episode looks a lot like Cal Kestis' lightsaber.
it did a little bit.
Did you notice it?
I did.
It looked a lot like
I
Cal's.
saw it. Yeah,
And I said I liked it until he had a jetpack arm at the end.
yeah.
That kind of ruined it for me. Where
And
it
he-
was like
in this,
he's fighting this again.
That
Another
feels
episode.
just like Liquid
Another
Colt.
episode where at the end of it they just throw someone a lightsaber, or they fight the bad guy and win.
Yeah.
And he has like one arm.
It was an
which is
Inquisitor.
reminiscent of his master. I get it. I get the whole
Oh,
fucking.
is that the one with the shot in the trailer of
Yeah.
the Inquisitor? That
it was
shot
an
looks-
Inquisitor. Yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, I figured it was because that's the Inquisitor ship.
Well, they call everyone an Inquisitor that's trying to kill Jedi in this. If you watch the
Oh,
subtitles,
yeah.
They all say Inquisitor.
Maybe there's no translation from Japanese to English.
Could be.
Maybe.
It could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, and, when he went go gadget arm, I just was out. I was like, okay.
You knew that was going to happen, though.
No,
Paralyzed.
I just was like, how's he gonna do this? And like, he's never held a lightsaber, but he can beat an Inquisitor, whatever.
It's Star Wars. He was going to lose an appendage. So
I thought it was like just reminiscent because his master did. He was like,
yeah,
he realized how hard it had to have been for his master to like build all those droids, which I thought was kind of cool. Like he built the droids with the Force, so, which I guess was bringing life, but they didn't show him as a farmer. There was a lot of inconsistencies in there that didn't work for storytelling for me. It just didn't.
Speaking of
but it's not the worst by far.
No, God, no. Speaking of inconsistencies, La Pinocho is my number 4.
I would put that one below TOB1.
Okay, yeah.
Because I thought it was just I thought the conflict, I was like, oh, this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't pan out. And it's just kind of
Did you, out of La Pinocho, did you get the feeling, do you remember the Magistrate in Mandalorian?
That it was the voice?
No, not the voice. Is that who I'm talking about? The woman who, with the episode of the Jedi with Ahsoka, and who Ahsoka's like, where's Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Right.
Who is
yeah,
that?
they had that fight?
That's her title is Magistrate.
Magistrate,
Magistrate,
okay.
yeah,
Her name. She does give a name in the show.
I thought that planet could have been, that was like the planet, like pre Mandalorian. And I know it's not canon, but the female character in this show, who sides with the Empire, reminded me of the Magistrate. Just
Yeah.
a
I
younger
see
version
that
of the
100%.
Magistrate.
It even looks like the same setting. I have some notes for every episode, but I'll
Yeah.
just do the funny ones. Episode 8, I said La Pinocho. In this episode, Lola Bunny is a slave.
Which the
Why did
internet
she have
probably
to be a
loves.
bunny? And I said, interesting family dynamic. And then I put, this episode sucks cock. And then I said, this episode fell flatter than Kyle's mom's tits.
Oh,
That was the joke.
Boobs.
That was, yeah. I didn't like this one. I would put it below TOB1, but I wouldn't put it any lower than that. So I would swap
so
those two
we,
for me.
so Brad and I are
Until
lock
fifth.
step until
Yeah,
we
until
swap
here.
4 and 5.
And then I think we're probably going to be on par for the rest of them, except
we might.
one.
Number 3 for me is the Duel. I like
Duel's number 2 for me.
I like the twins better than I like the Duel for some reason.
Really?
I'm still trying to figure out
yeah,
why.
I don't.
I'm still trying to figure out why. So let's talk about the
Swap
Duel.
those for me, and I'm there.
Okay.
Because I feel like they could have had some. God, sorry.
You know what? Like
Getting
we
ahead of
say
myself.
A lot, and you say it a lot, especially. It's like, how many of these did you guys like keep thinking about after you watched it?
Just one of them.
Just one of them,
Just
and it
one.
was
Ninth
the Ninth
Jedi.
Jedi.
Nine-
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how you know it's good. Is what we usually.
Like
say.
I already forgot the one you were talking about that even existed. The last one, Kakari or whatever it's called.
Kikiri, yeah.
Kikiri.
Oh,
I
God.
just completely don't give a shit. If that was canon, there was one thing that I said was better than Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, the Ninth Jedi.
No, I'm sorry, worse than Attack of the
Oh,
Clones.
oh.
It
Yeah,
was
Kikiri.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Oh.
I said it was better. It was worse than Attack of the Clones.
Man,
I stand by that.
that's
I'm
low-
ranking
low
just
praise.
I'm ranking just Star Wars Visions right now.
Yeah.
If I had to rank all time Star Wars, this would be at the very bottom, below Attack of the Clones for
Okay.
me.
Nice. Very good.
Something finally beat Attack of the
Yeah.
Clones.
Did you notice how all like the Sith women or just women in general were like wearing heels in this thing?
I don't know why. It's got to be because it's Japanese
It's
culture.
I think that. And did you notice like 2 of them cut their like hair?
It was like a constant thing that kept happening.
Yeah.
Every time they're like, I can't do this. Slice their hair off, and I'm like, is that because that?
It's
the
got to
only
be
time I've
like
ever
a
seen that
Japanese
was
like,
Mulan.
honor.
Cultural.
Yeah,
But that was
cultural thing.
Chinese. Mulan's
And
China.
That was because she was disguising herself as a man.
Yeah, but she does it with her sword, and they do this with their like swords or whatever in the show.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Could
That's
be.
got to be a cultural thing
Well,
on
but
that side of the
Maybe that's
planet.
where
It's
Star
gotta
Wars
be.
has borrowed it from, where they cut the Jedi braid with a lightsaber. Maybe we've borrowed that into Star Wars.
Is that canon?
Yeah.
Where?
Have we ever seen it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere in Clone Wars. There's 400 episodes. I can't keep them all straight,
That's valid.
so I'm pretty sure it's.
I don't
canon.
remember that
can't
being a
confirm it,
thing.
but
I
know-
like the symbolism of like cutting off a part
Yeah.
of you,
Yeah,
which is what it is.
especially a young like little braid. It's just from your youth, you remove it,
But
symbolizing leaving that section of your life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
I don't know. It's just
we already talked at length about the Duel. That lands number 3 for me.
the Duel's my number 2.
Yeah.
So whatever your number 2 is, will go down to my number
The
3.
twins. We haven't talked about the twins yet.
Yeah, that's swap for me.
Yeah, so the twins was an interesting one because the whole time, were you thinking
Can I
Luke
talk
and
about-
Leia too?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. It's what it felt like.
It felt like Luke and
It
Leia.
felt like
yeah.
a what if
Yes.
one of them fell to the dark side, but they were both born out of the dark.
That was cool. That was a cool part
But
of it.
that's kind of what Luke and Leia
I
are.
know.
They're
They
both
just
born
took
out of
it-
the dark, and
they
they both
took it a
they both
different
went-
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
neither went dark.
Exactly. So that's why it was. I think it almost even kind of looked like anime versions of Luke and Leia.
It was.
In a way.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
think
could kind of
that's what's
squint
kinda
your
cool.
eyes and see. Like,
Oh,
it's Luke and
no.
Leia.
Luke's version very much to me looked like it was a combo of Han and Luke.
Yeah. I see that.
After he broke out of his like dark side armor, his
I see
Inquisitor
that
armor.
for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say about the duel is the duel was my favorite animation style. I
was
think the
good.
duel had such a cool, like cell shaded black and white look to it that felt very samurai, but was modern and contemporary while also feeling classic. I thought that was one of the best looking. I think it was the best looking one they did.
Mhm.
It was fantastic.
Nice.
Like, if you just watched it on mute and just see the movement of the animation is just really cool. I loved it. It reminded me of like what was that movie that had Keanu Reeves in it? Something Darkly, The Scanner Darkly.
Sure.
Do you remember that
I
movie?
haven't heard of it.
It was like one of the first cell shaded movies. It's basically they like take live action, like they record you, and then they kind of draw like CGI over you,
All right.
and that's the
All I
effect.
can think of is it Take On Me?
The Scanner
That
Darkly.
music
Oh,
video?
yeah.
That's all I can think
Kind of a CGI.
of. Okay.
You have to see it.
Okay.
It's definitely CGI, but it looks like it's hand drawn CGI in black and it's just really. I thought it was beautiful. I thought they did it really well.
Now I know, at least since we've mentioned it last, I don't think you've seen Samurai Jack, have you, Brad?
I've seen. I mean, I watched
You've
it as a
seen
little bit
some
as
of
a
it?
kid.
Okay.
I didn't love it, but I watched it as a
I
kid.
loved it a lot. Did you ever watch Samurai Jack?
I always fell asleep before it was on.
Okay. I was gonna ask if any of these felt like that same kind of style.
That's the closest to it. Would
Okay,
be
'cause I love that style.
would be this one.
Yeah. And
I
that's
dude, I'm telling you, I think you would enjoy. I don't think you'd love. I think there'd be parts where you're like, oh Christ, because
Okay.
there was a lot of
Yeah.
that for me with what Holly was like. Why do you keep watching this? Because I was just like, I was so checked out on a lot of these. I was just like, I made myself watch them. There's a few I wanted to turn off.
Yeah.
And the last one, I was
don't
just
want
like,
that
I don't
life.
want to watch this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much content. I don't need to waste my time watching bad content.
But it gives us stuff to talk about on the show. So like,
True.
it's just
But the duel was a spectacular opening episode for Visions. It really was because
it got your hopes up and then it didn't deliver.
right. But if they would have put the Ninth Jedi, which is my favorite,
Story of my
first, I would have been like, yes.
This
and
is
then-
going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I
They
would've-
spaced it out really well, I think.
They did. This was decent spacing. I will give Visions that, based on me optimistically sitting back and looking at it all. But
Huh.
I can't wait for you to watch the Ninth Jedi so we can really dive into
I'm
it.
telling you, man, you're
Okay.
gonna enjoy it.
Like I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, I mean,
Next week is
I
the
will
Jedi
too,
Talk,
100%.
But I'll watch it for the next Jedi Talk.
We could talk about it on
yeah,
Okay,
on
so
absolutely.
yeah.
our
Okay.
October 1st show
Yeah,
for a little
I'll
bit.
watch it in the next 3 days.
All right.
Guys, the 50th. I'm so excited for the 50th.
I'm excited too.
I can't wait,
That's
man.
Most of the reason
I-
I moved
I've
down
bought
here
so
for the
much shit
50th.
this week for the 50th
Me
for
too,
us.
and that's why my card has been like, I don't think you're really Evan.
My card is still smoking in my wallet right now.
Maybe that's what happened. Mine just burnt and it's not working. I don't know.
I got one of the new fancy bags today.
I
Which
got the
ones?
Small bag. The
Okay.
real one is what I got.
The reusable ones?
Yes, the
Oh,
reusable
you told me
bag.
that. Yeah.
I told you
Yeah, I like those bags.
when I
have
was
one of each
smuggling
size.
Ray's lightsaber.
So here's what I've bought for myself. I've bought all 6 magic bands,
Christ.
Of
plus the
course.
pre-arrival. So I bought 7 of the magic
Oh,
bands.
of course. But that's me with pins. So
I've bought the gray shirt, the silk pajamas for Holly. I've bought. Oh, that might be it.
it's still a lot.
That might be it.
I
no,
need that
the
Donald
tote
and
bag,
Daisy
all
pin.
3 of the reusable bags, small, medium, large reusable bags. I'm missing something. Oh, the Starbucks tumbler. We have one of
Those
those.
still out, though. Those are
Yeah, those are gone.
I looked
Dude,
even
they are
today.
selling for. This is not a joke.
I'm not. surprised.
$250 online.
And people are buying it.
Yep.
People are doing it.
I posted in our Facebook group. I was like,
Insane.
the highway robbery, and someone goes, "Oh, you found a cheap one,"
Yeah.
and it was
Seriously.
only $104.
Good Lord.
Like, Jesus Christ!
But the Donald and Daisy pin.
Oh yeah, I
dang,
need
I
it.
knew that would've got-
All the
I should've
50th
just
pins are
thought
fantastic.
You would like Donald like
Yes.
I do. I should just assume.
Courtney
You know,
and I-
Donald's on one of the magic bands, right?
Yeah.
He's on the Mickey one.
Is he?
Yep.
I'll probably have to get that one.
I may have an extra one.
Next time
Okay.
I see it, if you don't have one, I'll grab it. 'Cause
All
I
right.
saw a couple this week.
Yeah, just know this. Courtney and I have a Donald tattoo on my left calf. She's got a daisy on her right.
All right. That's
So
perfect. Well,
just
her Instagram is that makes
Daisy,
sense.
yeah.
Okay. I for the longest time thought her name was Daisy.
No.
So I was like, all right. But I bought that same thing you did with all the magic bands. That was me with pins. Every single pin I have.
I didn't know you liked pins like that.
I do if it's like something I can get behind. Like I don't buy every.
Do you have the
pin
postcard ones?
Postcard? No. I don't have
You haven't
those.
seen those?
No.
It's literally pins of the original postcards from 1971.
Oh dang! I would
Oh,
like
cool.
those.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
cool, man. I like them a lot. I've got
have a lot
I've
of
got
Star
the
Wars,
first
of
two. I don't
course.
have any other ones.
I bought all like 50th pins, whatever it is that we're at now. I bought, but for the most part, I'm just like selective with the pins.
We have one of the Loungefly bags, one of the Castle bags. I'm now remembering what all we have.
Dang.
The Chippendale plush. I think we have one of those. We've bought a lot, man. It's.
Is there a
been,
Donald plush out there?
Is there what?
Donald plush for the 50th?
No,
I haven't seen
there's
one.
been Mickey, Minnie,
Of course,
Pluto,
There's never Donald.
Chippendale.
It's fine.
Hey, man, I'm a Darkwing Duck fan. Okay, I don't want to hear you complain about
I
Donald
am
Duck.
too. I love Darkwing too.
Yeah, but like, who gets
he's,
more
he's
resident,
not
Donald
in
Duck
the
or?
Fab Five, but he's the Fab Five that's not in the Fab Five.
That's fair. He doesn't get as much
It's really
recognition
the
as he
Fab
should.
Four. Like, let's be honest.
Well,
It's
when it
true.
comes to Sensational Six, Daisy gets shit on.
Yeah, facts, big time.
Let's just all be thankful that Clarabelle doesn't make an appearance more than she does.
She's
Let's
had a
leave that-
lot
So
lately.
annoying.
Let's leave that hoe in the barn.
She's so annoying.
I don't like Clarabelle at all.
Yeah.
I hate her. I hate her.
We
That was
need
my
more
least favorite part. I'm not
of
bullshitting
the
you.
parade.
Whenever she'd come on booty you, I'd walk away. I hate her.
Horace is better. If we had more Horace. I
Horse
would say.
collar is dope.
Yeah.
Dude, that short Get a Horse is one of
One
the
in
most
Epcot,
underrated
that's where
shorts.
I watch it.
I saw it when it came out with Frozen, maybe?
Oh, it's so much better in Epcot in the Magic Eye Theater.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
the theater moves.
Have you watched it? Have you ever seen Get a Horse?
No.
You
Oh,
need
it's
to
so
go
good.
watch it.
For the
Okay.
longest time, I thought it was like an old short.
Yeah,
I was like, wow,
it's-
when did they make this?
dude,
And
it's
like
so
from
dope.
Like 2016.
Is it
or
the
something?
same?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Is it the same theater Captain EO was in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw
Over there.
Captain EO once.
I did too. I saw it a bunch of times.
I'm
Okay.
so
I
disappointed.
loved
I've never
Captain
seen
EO.
it.
Really?
It was good. It
I've
was,
watched
It
on
was
YouTube,
weird as
but-
shit.
it was weird, but it was. I don't know. It just you had
Like
to be
if
there.
someone was like, it's almost like somebody came up with it in a boardroom. They're like, what if we got Francis Ford
That is
Coppola,
exactly what happened.
George Lucas, and Michael Jackson to do a movie together?
And Michael Eisner walked by and said, "I like it."
I
do
like
it."
that
And
idea,
then just kept
do it.
Walking down the hall. He
Yeah,
kept going.
and then they're like,
Green
I
light.
guess it's greenlit.
Yeah,
Go for
that's
it.
exactly what happened.
It's weird fucking
Yeah.
mix. All right, back to Vision. Sorry.
Vision's
I can't wait
done.
till 50th with you guys. I'm sorry. I
It's
just
gonna
I
be
can't
great.
wait. I
That
can't
was
wait.
a little preview of our 50th. Like that's what it's gonna be.
Well, here I
3
could tie back into Star Wars. Brad, you're more convinced than ever that we're getting Cals on the first.
Absolutely.
I think I am too.
Wait, did we
honestly.
finish Visions talk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We did. We finished.
yeah, we wrapped it up. We
You
went
guys
did?
both
Okay,
9
good.
through
number
1.
One is
Yeah.
Ninth
Yeah,
Jedi.
that's Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
And-
number 2 is the duel.
Yeah,
We gotta
and
get Cal on the first.
With this most recent restock of all the stuff, I am convinced everything came on a pallet,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they are holding that Cal Kestis saber till October 1st.
Vader's was
I've
back
been
today.
saying it from the jump that this was when it was going to be.
You have.
And I'm seeing that rumor bubble up on like message
been.
boards. I said that shit in like August.
Yeah.
Okay, said it in August. It's coming in October 1st. Bet the farm on it. Don't bet the house on it.
No, just the farm.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not the
Just the
house.
farm, not the house. Keep the
Don't bet
house.
anything on it. But it makes sense, right? Like they haven't announced anything for the 50th at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. I mean, we've been spoiled for the past 3 years with studios, but
Yeah.
finally there's nothing coming on the 50th. So it's like they gotta drop.
But you would think they'd do something there, right?
Yeah,
or-
you gotta
or-
pull the
Something
crowd
just to
there.
pull the crowd there.
There's
like,
no nighttime show. They weren't even like Phantasmic is back.
well, they're
It's
doing.
like
That's weird
nothing.
to me that that's not back for the 50th.
Yeah.
There's just
And
so many
there's still
performances.
no-
I don't think it's ever coming back. To be
There's still
perfectly
no
honest with you.
Galactic Spectacular. All we
That's
have
not coming
is
back either.
Wonderful World of Animation.
Dude, I'm telling you,
That's so sad.
they are completely transitioning their focus from firework shows
Project.
to nighttime spectaculars, quote unquote,
Yeah.
where it's less expensive. And I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're spending $10 million a year on fireworks, that's
more
a
than
huge
the government.
expense.
Yeah.
You're
That's
the,
an easy way to
I
sneak
get
some
it.
money.
Like-
I agree with that. I'm okay with
I don't
that.
agree with it, but I understand it. Like I go,
Yeah.
like I get that you want to cut that back, especially right now.
Yeah.
But like doing it, my thing is doing things for right now is fine. But 5 years down the road, we can't be like, yeah, there's no fireworks because of COVID that 2 years ago. Like, come on, you made
Right.
your money back. Like, stop, quit using it as an excuse.
Yeah.
We're back to normal now. For all,
There's worse ways.
I don't
to
even
save
feel like you
money,
hear
though.
COVID anymore. Like, I don't pay attention to things, but like, I don't feel like you hear it as much as you did like even 3 weeks ago. Like, no one's yelling about it. I don't feel like.
Not really.
I don't know. I don't pay
There's-
attention to things, but
There's
like,
worse ways to save money. Like if they're gonna say, "Hey, we're just gonna skim 5% of the fireworks," I'd be like, "Do it," because there's a
But I
lot
don't think
worse
I
ways
don't,
they could do.
I don't think it's gonna be 5%, dude. I think they're gonna really focus on this projection on Main Street thing that they're doing for the
Yeah.
50th
But
show at
people
King.
like it in
You've heard
Disneyland.
about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
on the buildings.
Mhm.
People like it at Disneyland. So
But they like it
it's
because
really
there's
good at
also
Disneyland.
fireworks.
Yes.
True.
Like you
Yes.
can't
True.
just go, well, we have this instead. Like
Yeah.
fuck that. Like I don't want to see
But it's
that.
also Disneyland. They do things better over there.
Disneyland's the shit.
That's the shit.
Even their Tinkerbell's better.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen Tinkerbell how she flies over there?
just in video.
The first time I saw it, I screamed because I was like, "Oh, she's dying," because she was. I remember I was at Disneyland with a friend, and we were watching it, and because I'm used to just her going
Right,
down the castle, and that's it. You see her once, and then if you don't catch her in that 12 seconds, it's over. But they kind of go back and forth between like the Matterhorn. There's like a whole rig. They have like a rig there.
Ooh. It's like
And
those
so the rig-
cameras they use for sporting events.
Exactly.
where it's
That's
like-
exactly
Yep.
what it is.
Okay.
And then like she goes up and down,
That's
and
pretty
I
dope.
didn't expect to see her to go down.
You thought she was
So
like
when she
falling
does,
to her death?
she went down. I went, "Oh my god!"
Like she was
Everyone
falling
looked
to
at me
her
like,
death.
"What an idiot!" And I was like, "Oh, she's fine." I was like,
Oh.
I was like,
The
I wanted
poor
to be like,
mentally
"I'm from
challenged
Orlando.
boy."
I'm sorry. I thought she was dying."
The line snapped. Like,
Yeah, I thought she was dead. It was
Oof.
scary. But they did Dumbo a few times. They did like the
Yeah.
Up House. They do so much shit, so much better over there.
yeah.
How much do you think Cal's is going to be? I have a guess. I have a
Okay.
guess. It's going to be a little bit more than your standard 120, 140.
Yeah.
Because I got raised today. She's 140. So that's about standard now for the lightsabers, and she's bulky, heavy lightsaber.
How does it feel to own Ray's lightsaber now?
It feels very good to add another to my
It's
collection.
a good one, right?
It's a good one.
Evan's a hater, but it's a good
I
one.
know he
I
is.
love how we have a room of Grievases. It's just like add it to my collection.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that.
But I think Cal's is going to end up retailing at $200.
I
I
think
believe
it
it. I believe
has the potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. They're going to have to make it a color-changing lightsaber to justify that price.
You-
And
that's
they've
where I
already
was
shown
going
they
with it.
can and
Yeah.
will, because
Exactly.
Ahsoka has one that changes.
I
so-
think it's going to have all the colors that currently exist at Savi's. I think you're going to get blue, green,
orange.
red,
Oh, I want me
yellow,
orange.
white.
Really
So
bad.
no orange though. That's the
But
sad
yeah,
part.
I think you're just going to get the colors that exist already because it's already pre-existing codes. They can code into the
That's
RFID,
fine.
whatever.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then it makes sense to me that they would
Yep.
At
charge
at
more
least 200.
because it's going to be one of the longer boxes. It's not going to be a shorter box.
No.
no.
Because
If it
it's a
is, I'll be
longer
very
lightsaber.
surprised.
It'll be both wider and longer. Like
I think it'll be like the Ben or the Rays. Like
Yep,
the,
it'll
the
be a
bigger
Ben and a
box.
Ray
I think it'll be
box.
one of those. Kylo's boxes that same size.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
like with Ray's, I think it's like perfect except for the Switch. Like it's weighted perfectly. It's made of metal. Everything is shaped perfectly. It's great except for that.
my
Switch.
only complaint with all these people bitching about these Galaxy's Edge lightsabers is like you have to remember that they are $150, and if you're paying $600 for a lightsaber,
Yeah.
it goddamn better be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't be able to hit the $145 Disney. By the way, Disney shouldn't be allowed to sell you some. Shouldn't be able to sell you something that's that much less. That's the same
Mm-hmm.
or better. So like, I feel like is the 600 one's better? Well, I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it's better.
It
good.
better
Like, it should
shave
be.
your asshole.
These
It's also not official.
Yeah.
It's also not from Disney. I don't
Yep.
give a shit what you selling over. Like I will never buy one of those replica lightsabers because I don't care. Like cool, it sings the Avengers theme. I don't need that in a fucking lightsaber.
Why does it
do
light?
that.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
that
basically-
makes your lightsaber better because it does a rainbow blade. Well,
They're
that's
basically
not
MP3
canon.
Players. Like you can
Yeah,
download anything into
It's
them.
dumb.
They're
Like, that's
MP3
dumb to me.
players.
Like, who the fuck needs that? Who needs that? Who makes that? Like, no, I want that lightsaber, but it doesn't sing the Titanic theme when I ignite it. Like, I don't get that. Like, I want a lightsaber that's reasonably priced. And by the way, none of those other lightsabers comes with a case that's even remotely
That's-
close
That's
to that.
true.
Yeah, the cases are great.
The case itself is worth $80.
Are
I
we
mean,
gonna-
if I could get the white Ahsoka case,
Oh.
I would pay $80 for that.
Just a case.
Are we going to get the meditation symbol on Cal's box?
Ooh, you have to.
I
Yeah.
hope
Oh
so.
my God, how cool
That's
would
too
that be?
perfect. I don't think
Isn't
you
it?
will because
I
it's
know.
too perfect. It'll just be a Jedi.
The
I
same
guess you
point.
get like a cracked Jedi symbol. I think
You're
that's
gonna
what
get
I'm
That
the
would
gonna
be
get.
cool too,
yeah.
but that's the second cool option. Like, do the first cool option. You have to.
His
do
save point, the meditation
save
symbol, yeah.
I think that's part of our logo.
It is.
Yeah.
Our new,
Yeah.
yeah, a new logo.
Man.
I really want that thing to be. I want it to be a double-bladed thing. I don't even like Cal's as a double-bladed lightsaber.
I don't like it either as a
I don't like it.
double-bladed. Yeah,
Single. If I do like
When I
thing
play the
do
game,
like
I do
is when
double
it's
because it's just better for
oh, it's
combat.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm holding it, I don't like holding a double-bladed
Same.
lightsaber.
I'm the same.
The fucking Maul one's 9 feet long.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
I imagine it'd be a.
I want it to have the
if they were
functionality to
real,
be that
but-
also,
Yeah.
but I want it to
Ooh.
function as a single-bladed lightsaber
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. Because it can and does. He can have 2 or 1 blade.
So you'd have to probably unscrew the tattered part and put series on there,
Yeah.
or no, what he actually turns Jaro
But doesn't he
Tapal's
just like?
into.
But it's all customizable, so can't it kind of
Right.
just be the same thing, the 2 ends,
yeah,
right?
yeah, essentially.
That's that's an.
That's the problem with
interesting question.
customization in games.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's
What's
my
canon?
question is which is the definitive Cal saber?
The definitive Cal saber.
Is the one you get at Galaxy? That's that one, right? No,
Well-
the one he has as a Padawan.
No, well, his Padawan saber's gone. He broke in, exploded,
Yeah.
broke it in the midst of Order 66. But when I think what Cal Kestis' lightsaber, like what's his specifically, yes, like the one that we're getting is technically Jaro Tapal's that he wields before he breaks it in the middle of Fallen Order.
Right.
Because remember, he takes Ceres' old one, takes Jaro Tapal's, and creates a new
Creates
one.
it.
That's what I consider to be fully Cal Kestis'
Oh, really?
lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually agree. Now that
Because
I
it's
sit
a
down and
story-
think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's
it
a
passes
story
it down
point.
to the
Okay,
story.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
He has Jaro Tapal's, and that's his,
It
but
becomes his own when.
it becomes Cal's when he puts
both of them
Ceres with
together.
it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, because it's
100%.
both his mentors, both of his masters in
Is
one.
there anyone out there that knows this game as well as Tom over here?
No, I'm sure there are.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. You know a lot because I didn't even I didn't even consider that.
No, I never did either.
So so here's a question:
Mhm.
should they even call this Cal Kestis' lightsaber?
Yes, yes.
yeah.
They're not going to call it
They
Jaro
called-
Tapal. They don't.
well,
I mean,
they'll
I know who
probably
Jaro
call it
Tapal
Ray's
is.
Why don't they just call it like the
Honestly.
Fallen Order saber?
Yeah, that works too.
Would you be
But-
pissed or would you be like
Saber
it's
of
Cal's?
No, I mean, I
Saber of the Fallen. Oh,
Saber of the Fallen.
That sounds like
That's a metal band name.
yeah.
That's a
Saber of the
Transformers movie.
Fallen.
The Saber of the Fallen.
Oh God.
Yeah, Optimus Prime comes back
I am
with
Optimus
Hitler,
Prime.
and he's like, that wasn't that a thing in that movie? He came back and the Hitler was in the movie,
I think they fought.
or was that just
Nazis.
wasn't that a
In one
rumor?
of them, I think they fought.
I quit
Nazis.
watching it, but I
don't
remember
know.
hearing like Hitler, Merlin, and somebody else were in the next.
I forgot Merlin. They're connected to the Knights of the Round Table. Like,
I was
come
like,
on.
get me the fuck out of
I
this
tapped
franchise.
out.
I tapped out of the first one. The first one was good. The
Yeah, I
second
like
one,
the first
Yes.
second one's just after that, it's just complete horseshit.
Yeah.
Just like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yep. I completely agree with
First
you.
one's great. It's a solid little street racing movie. It's a good movie.
Where they steal VHS players, right? Is
Something
that
like
it?
that. It's-
VCRs?
The first
Something
one's a
like that.
solid movie.
I haven't seen it.
Tokyo Drift is good too,
Huh.
but it's not Fast and the Furious. They were not planning it to be a franchise.
No.
It just happened to do well. And they're like, well, let's just shoehorn this guy in at the end.
Fucking
Little
America.
Bow Wow was like the main character in that movie or some shit,
Yeah.
right?
Ludacris in one of them? I don't know.
He's in a bunch of them. Who
Oh.
cares?
I don't know.
Who's your friend that likes Fast and the Furious?
My friend Mike. We.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
The wrong Mike died.
I can't.
If Mike Hall was still alive, he'd laugh at that joke.
I know.
Heck yes, he would.
Oh my God! I made a bet with the wrong Mike that died about I'd watch the Fast and Furious franchise if he watched the Star Wars franchise because he thinks
He's
Star
never
Wars
seen
is-
Star Wars?
No, he hasn't.
But he watches Fast and the Furious.
Agreed.
All
Yeah.
right, man. I mean, Star Wars is also about family,
It is.
which is
They
told
both
better.
are. They both are.
Fucking, that movie is for special kids.
Getting back to the legacy sabers, though, I think to your point.
No comments,
they're-
anyone? Okay.
Nope. Nope.
I'll just
I-
hang
No,
myself.
because yeah, he's special.
But I think to your point though, they are like a great entry saber too. If you do eventually want to get those crazy ones,
I don't.
This is
I
a
have
good
no
start.
desire.
Be like, these are sick. I like what we can do with these.
There's
So,
nothing wrong with these.
Mm-mm.
for the most part. No.
I love him.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, like, are there better ones? Again, if you're spending 5 times the price, I
Sure.
hope so.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want bootleg merchandise.
Look,
So I don't have any.
Especially for more
For money. Like, I'm
higher-
not like.
yeah.
If they're the same price, I'd be like, this one's kind of better for $150.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, oh, $800. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
how much was the Hasbro Darksaber 250?
$250. It's
Okay.
twice the price.
Okay,
Oh, no,
somebody-
that was a. Is it actually 150 or 200?
200.
Okay.
I saw somebody post, and this is $50 more than what Disney offered. I saw somebody post it today and said, I just got my Hasbro Darksaber in. and I'm like, that's fucking Galaxy's Edge.
It looks
Saber.
the same.
Couldn't tell the difference for
They're
$50 more.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell the difference.
Now,
And
I
no
don't know
case.
the difference on that one. You can see the difference on Ray's, but I don't see a difference on the Darksaber.
The Rays, the only difference is that like there's
The ignition switch.
the ignition switch,
That's
and you
really
can
it.
see like inside it like you can in the movie, but
yeah,
like
I didn't expect that to be a thing.
Who
though, so, like,
gives
that's
a fuck?
added. Yeah, but I don't
is
see
it
a difference in the
motorized?
dark.
If it's unless it's motorized, I'm not interested.
Oh,
like
like
if you
the-
if you turn the switch and it
Oh,
flares
that would have
open,
been cool.
The emitter?
then you
Oh,
have
yeah,
something.
but
Yeah.
you're
Then you got
looking at-
something.
You're looking at 2,000.
Yeah, I
at
mean,
least for that.
it's not gonna be that much, but you can do that for $5. But like,
Maybe, yeah.
it's not that much better for twice the price, and you don't get a case.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. And then like, isn't the Ahsoka Tano one just one of the hilts? It's not even both of them.
That's crazy.
Right.
'Cause all 4 of her hilts are different. None of them are identical.
Yeah, the ones you get at
Galaxy
Galaxy Edge are $200 for
Yeah.
the set. It's 2 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Those two
Yeah,
But
two
the
of them.
ones, if you order the Ahsoka Tano one from the Clone Wars, like the one they have at Galaxy's Edge right now,
Mhm.
it's just one hilt, right? For $250.
At Galaxy's
Oh.
Edge or
No,
from
from Hasbro.
I don't know. I hope
Oh,
not.
I didn't know they had.
I think it's
Ahsoka's.
yeah.
That's
Look it up.
dumb.
You have Wi-Fi?
Yeah. I'm
Make sure I'm not
phone.
blaspheming Hasbro because I don't hate Hasbro, but I don't like anyone who just blindly follows something.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't just go like, oh, it's awesome. Like
that's
Hasbro
like-
today made me very happy with the droids drop.
Yeah.
The Black Series Boba Fett. I mean, it's a repaint of a sculpt that previously existed, but getting that new droids packaging, which I like. I bought the lunchbox up there
Oh yeah.
from Celebration. I have the Boba Fett in that style from Galaxy's Edge, which I don't see anyone talk
Little
about.
plush.
Yeah, he's up there. Look at him.
That thing was gone in like
A day or two.
And
Yeah,
now
I
no one
grabbed
even, like,
one.
talks
No
about
one
it.
talks about it, so
Yeah.
it's
Hey, but
it made its
obviously
way
people
home.
liked it if it
Yeah.
went that quick.
and it was supposed to
Yeah.
be limited. It was for Life Day. They put it
Yeah.
out for Life Day.
Hasbro, Star Wars, The Black Series, Force Effects, Elite Ahsoka Tano lightsaber prop replica, $249.99.
But it's one hilt,
that's
right?
one.
Yeah.
What?
So you're not even getting the full thing.
Which one?
So
do
you're
they give you,
paying
the bigger hilt or the smaller?
you're paying
Bigger.
$50 more for one hilt. Is it that much better?
Do they sell?
Comes
the
with a
other
kyber
one?
crystal too.
Does it
no.
color
So
change?
you can't
No.
even buy the other one.
So like,
Whoa,
it's not even
that's
better.
bad.
Like it's not even better.
That's
Like what are you
bad.
talking about?
No.
The Ray thing I get for people, it's like the
Oh,
Switch
I'm
makes
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. The unique blade that can change colors. It does.
Yeah, but you still only get one hilt though. That's
Yeah.
the biggest point.
Yeah, so it does
How do
change
you
color.
not-
Okay, cool.
She has two distinctively different hilts. How do
Yeah.
you not sell both?
I know.
One smaller, one even
At the very
ignites
least, sell
differently.
them separately. But you don't even sell one at all. Like
Yeah, it doesn't make any
exist.
sense. Like, it's dumb.
Yeah.
But
But like I don't even blindly love all the docks. There's like 4 that I just won't buy.
like, why?
It's just I don't like the whole part switching thing for Luke and Leia's. That's really it.
I get it, but like,
Yeah.
Because
it's the official version of it.
It is, but I
Would,
use
but
it.
would you? Here's the thing. So that one's 150, right? For let's just use Leia.
Yep.
Leia's is 150.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No matter which one you go with, you're gonna have to have something that
Well, yeah, even if
changes
Hasbro
it.
makes one, they're still gonna have one that.
that changes the look of it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
would you spend
just gonna buy it.
$100 more? Because I have a Hasbro one. It's the first one I ever bought. It was Luke's green one. It's got a chunky hilt thing
Yeah.
at the top.
Yep. And
They're
I wouldn't
not
buy
better.
That one for the
So,
same
like-
reason I'm not gonna buy that one.
Yeah, but like, if you like, we'll talk about this later. But I love that lightsaber, and the fact that you can display it without a blade end with that part on is really fucking cool.
It's looking great in my office.
Yeah,
Now,
like-
for display. Then I would buy it then if you would remove the chunky part and give me like $20 off my price for paying. Because I would buy that for just display then.
So you don't want like the piece to put it in. You don't want the option for
Yeah,
$20.
'cause
You don't want the option to put the blade in.
Yeah, because I
Really?
I wouldn't use
That's
Luke's
it?
anyway. And like I don't know, 20 maybe 30. I don't know how much you could take off for that. But just give me a little discount by removing the practical piece and giving me only the display piece.
I get it, but like, so that
'Cause it's a beautiful display piece.
but the
That-
display piece would be $500 elsewhere. Would you spend that
no.
to not have like? That's the thing. Like, it
No.
doesn't. If you're
But
going
I'm
with,
also lucky that I don't love Luke's to begin with. Now, if I love Luke's,
so it's,
I'd be in a
it's one of my favorites.
I'd be in a conundrum and I'd buy it. So I just cave and I'd buy it.
It was one of the original ones I bought. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was one of the ones I wanted to get, and then they sold out for a while, and then when it came back, I grabbed it.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about lightsabers on the second episode for this week, which is our top 10 lightsabers. And now, if you're listening to this show, you're like, did you guys do that already? Yeah, we did. But guess what? Tom wasn't a part of the show.
Yeah, you
And
fucks.
since we love lightsabers and we
Yeah.
love Tom,
Yeah.
this was Tom's idea, and we
Yeah.
said, "Fuck yeah, let's
and
go
guess
for
what?
it."
Our lists may or may not have changed.
Evans has not.
It's possible. we will see. We will see.
Evans gonna change his number
You
one
can-
just to
nope,
do it.
nope, my pen is down. You can see my hands. Hand check.
I know what your number one is, and it's
Put
not
your
what
pants
everyone.
back on, Evan.
It's not what everyone thinks
No.
it's gonna be.
You were wrong about.
It's
my
not
number
gonna be
one the
Kylo.
last like 5 lists.
It's not gonna be Kylo.
Okay, I think he's right. He does know my number.
But I know
one.
you're number one.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think he
it's
knows.
also a Sith user, but it's not Kylo.
Okay, well maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He was wrong last like 4 lists, so I love
Very
this.
valid. What else are we gonna talk about before we hop into the second part of this episode here?
Dude, I want to just talk about finally having a Disney fan experience, finally, which coincided with a Star Wars experience. But
Go on.
I went to the, I guess, reopening day of Rise of the Resistance. Is that what you can call it? Where they finally just said, "Hey, stand by."
Call it D-Day.
D-Day. But I worked in the morning, so I couldn't go for the craziness of rope drop. But I was tracking it throughout the day. It got up to like,
That was a trip, by the way, this morning. I saw a rope drop for Rise this morning.
wait, a trick.
A
Explain.
a trip.
Oh, trip.
That was a
Tell me.
trip.
What was it
Just
like?
just watching. So I went before the whole. Today was a bonus park reservation for Studios, so I took it.
I love those.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll go to Studios. The first thing I just walked right to Doc's because Ray's back in stock.
So smart.
Just might as well go to Doc's. Hit it up. Get me Ray's saber because I didn't have hers yet. And then I was going to bring home Ronto wraps. I was thinking about doing Rise, but I wanted to sit back and watch the process
I'd
first
love to see it.
before I dive in to doing Rise Standby because I like the rope drop shit. And especially when Kyle's here
You
in
don't
a
have
few
to rope
weeks.
drop it. Should I give away my secret?
No.
What day are you guys going to studios?
A
I want to
Thursday.
ask off that day from work.
The 14th.
Okay.
October 14th.
Okay.
Thursday.
I want to ask that day off from work because I want to go with you guys. I don't want to invite myself, but I'd like to go.
Oh, you're absolutely
okay.
more
I
than
don't want to
welcome
invite
come.
myself.
Oh,
but
come on. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
So
I want to check his height requirements if he
yeah,
hits it.
yeah, we have to
Okay.
check. And when him and I go to Universal, you know that sign out front with all of them?
Yeah, we give him a
have to make
wristband,
sure.
he'll be good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go.
They'll let him know which ones he can get on. He can't get on Woody Woodpecker, but
Nope.
he can get on Fast and the Furious.
Now you got to take him and show him where the Golden Girls house used to be for his mom. too,
Ah, there you
when
go.
he goes to Batu.
Yeah.
So
We'll take him to see the last show of Barney.
yeah,
And they'll ask us, "Are you guys a gay couple with your son?" And we'll be like, "Yeah, we are,"
Yes, we are. This is Kylina.
because he's so tiny.
Oh, God.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah. Hashtag fuck Kyle.
The
C.
wrong Kyle died. No.
Oh,
Wait, what?
no. They take you right in
They
front of
think
Star
Kyle died.
Wars. They take you right in front of Star Tours, like, you know, that spot right in front of the theater.
yeah.
And then they walk you. They literally, I haven't seen Disney do this in a while. They actually walk you to the ride.
They used to
Oh,
do
that's-
that.
that's
They
what
used to do
did
that
at
back in the
Space
long of the
220,
day.
If you want to get into
Okay.
that too. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about that after
Well,
this
Tom, go ahead,
because they used to do that with Magic Kingdom when I worked there. They would like rope drop. They would like
Literal-
stop you at Main
Yeah.
Street because what they did was they would stop you at Main Street at like basically Casey's, and they would walk you back to like Frozen, and then at that point they just kind of like let you go.
Yeah.
But when I was working there, they changed it from that rope drop procedure to Main Street was open, and then when you branched out into the hub,
And you
Yeah.
could go
Adventureland,
Shopping was
exactly.
open. Yeah.
Shopping was open on Main Street.
Right.
Starbucks was open, which is a great guest experience because you're not just standing there for an hour
Yes.
waiting. Like
And it's
it actually
great
is
because
better.
we get to make
It
money.
is.
It's
It
like,
actually is
hey,
better. You can. It's better. It's better for them.
Yeah.
It's better for us. We don't have to stand there like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can watch the show
Yeah.
while you're like
The
going
show's
to
coming
choose.
back in
It
October,
is.
by the
I'm
way.
Can't
so happy
fucking
about
wait
that.
for
There's
that.
some
So,
entertainment that's coming back.
Finally,
There we go.
finally. That's
Yeah.
so important, man.
It is.
It felt so hollow when you were there in the
does.
mornings. It just
like
feels
empty.
gross.
Like, yeah.
But like I remember when they changed it from that to that, because then what they would do is like if you went to Tomorrowland or Fantasyland, they would hold you there,
And, they
and
used to
then
have
walk,
the
and then they'd
welcome
walk
show
you
at the
back
train
from that
station
point.
Going
Yeah,
way back.
I remember that. That was awesome.
So we're getting walked, and I'm part of this, but I'm going to Doc's the whole time. I just made my mind up. I wanted to watch this
That is
process.
smart. That is smart.
So you're walking past Muppets
That's
3D.
thinking like a local, my guy.
I know, right? You're past Star Tours, Tatooine Traders. You're walking past. You've got every cast member and their mother with a lightsaber.
Yep.
I saw the one holding the OG Anakin one. I'm like, you better fucking put that one back out in Doc's. I need that
dare you.
one. So they were shuffling us to the right of the tunnel, and then they were taking us past Rise. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then they looped us around that little island
Okay.
right before.
By the X-wing.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
where they have the
right by the
gift-
X-wing.
The gift shop, but you know the.
Yeah,
yeah.
like that
The
standing.
resistance supplies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So flipped around there, and then that's when I exited. right.
Okay.
I exited right by the market because I just told the cast members, I'm like, I'm the only one here that's going to talk.
Right,
So,
I'm not going to Rise.
Yeah.
Can I just go?
yeah, and they're like, yeah, go.
Nice.
And they flipped them around and then put them in the standby. So it
This
was,
is probably what 8:45.
oh yeah. So
Okay.
I woke up this morning just 6:30, showered, left my house maybe 7:15. Got to I was the first one in line at the security before the gate. This was maybe 7:45ish. They let us into Hollywood Studios at 8 and let us past the rope and walked us at 8:30.
Okay.
And
I mean, I've
the
done-
park opens at 9.
Yeah, I've been on and off of Rock and Roller Coaster by about 8:50, like 4 before.
Nice.
So, yeah, they do open a few things, a little like that.
Yeah, some
so.
stuff opens a little bit.
So that's why
which is great.
That was Rise rope drop. So how
That's
did
not
your
bad.
how did your
it seem,
evac
like,
go?
Very well organized, and did it seem
Yes.
well done?
Yes, they
Oh.
actually did a really good job with it.
So can we talk about why this is happening now? Before, like, why? I think I've said this before publicly. I don't remember what I've said. Where?
We talked about it last week.
Did we?
when
Okay.
They announced that it was
Mhm.
happening.
So
Yeah.
this is 100% because they're doing the lightning lane
Yes.
stuff, right?
Yes.
Like,
And the
you
sign is
can't-
already there on Rise. It says
Oh,
lightning
there you
lane.
go.
It already is there.
So-
It says it. I saw it today.
so
I saw it
because
today.
my thought was
Did it
you
have a
can't
price?
have a line for. You can't go. Well, it's this much to pass the line. They're like, well, I'll just wait
There is
until.
no line, 'cause it's
there is no
virtual
line,
queue,
exactly.
but
So
when
now
you
there's no
see
virtual
a
queue for you to get
75-minute
on.
wait,
And now you're like, is it? But it's not even been that bad. Like in the morning, it's going to be bad because everyone goes there.
Mhm.
Also, from
Everyone
By the way,
went there.
rope drop is no longer the plan of action. You
No.
go at night, right before the
Yeah,
park
yeah,
closes.
you
like
just
that's
gave away, not giving away, but that's what
That's
I did.
what I always
That's what I
do.
did. Yeah.
anytime you want to go ride a ride, go do that at the end of the night.
The way
Yeah.
Big Red rope drops, I always get there first.
Rope drop.
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy. Of, like
No.
I,
If
I
you're
guess
literally the
it's probably
first
'cause I live
person,
here.
It is the way.
Yeah.
it's not because I live here. I just don't. I'm not gonna run.
But
I'm not
if
gonna
you're not
chase
in
you.
that first 3
I
people,
do enough
it is
chasing when I was
worse.
looking for the Minnie Mouse
There's-
attraction Haunted Mansion.
There's
shit.
something-
God damn, was the worst. 2
There's
weeks of my
something
life.
about the parks in the morning for me that just, and maybe it's because I'm
I
not.
love 'em at
I feel
night.
that way about the nighttime.
Me too.
Yeah.
Especially Batu because I have my lightsaber and I'm just looking like a
Yeah,
doofus.
100%. Well, yeah, you are for sure.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
So
I am too. Wait till this cold weather hits. I'm gonna be in my
Yeah.
X-wing
The
pilot
jacket's gonna
costume,
come
bro.
back for
Oh,
me,
pilot
the
costume, dude.
resistance jacket.
I've still got the Chicago blood in me,
The
so
only
I'll
good
still be
thing
like
about
this.
resistance.
You're gonna adapt real quick.
I did.
Well, you didn't adapt as
I lived in
so
Arizona
maybe
for
not.
7
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
You might not adapt if you didn't
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Thing.
Humidity's different though.
It
gonna hit-
is,
It's gonna
but-
hit you different.
Yeah.
It is. So you,
Um,
sir, were in the middle of an evac.
Yeah, so I worked, so I didn't rope drop the very first day of the Rise standby queue, but I was tracking it on the app. It got up to like 200 once posted wait time, but for the most part, I thought it was like really
Reasonable.
reasonable. Yeah,
That
that's
was
perfect. It
reasonable.
was like 90 one time, and I'm like, that's fine. And it
That
was
could
like
be a lot of people
60.
just didn't know you could hop in line because
That could be.
they've been
True.
preaching. They've been preaching boarding groups 7 o'clock,
Yeah,
1
and
o'clock
if you're
for
the mom
2
of
years
6
now.
kids, you've been researching this for
And then I'm like, well, I
you know,
can't get it.
2
It's
years.
not even showing up.
Yeah, and then like, ma'am, you
There
can
was
just walk in.
Actually, a
How do you
family
feel about
behind.
spending $80
Yeah.
for your family to ride it?
True.
There was a family behind me in line this morning who were talking about the standby line. They said that was more stressful than getting a boarding group.
What?
You're insane.
Are they crazy?
That's somebody who's never been there at 6:58 in the morning,
Yep.
waiting for that shit to drop, and you're stressed. Dude, I've ridden it. How many? Every time I do a boarding group, I get stressed.
Me too. I
Me
get,
too.
like, yeah.
It's
shakes
not.
and
It's not
goosebumps.
fun.
Even
This
though-
is a way better option.
There's no more anxiety.
No, it's
No.
it's over. Like
So,
this is the
yeah.
way to go.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I
And I
tracked it
think
all
anyone
day.
who's dumb enough to spend that much money on Lightning Lane for that exact, just go the other night. Like,
Yep. That's exactly what I did.
just
So I went-
why would you pay for that? Like,
Yeah.
because even if you're in the line and it breaks down, they're gonna get it up and running because you're in the line.
Yeah.
Like
No, exactly. Well, that ties into my story also. So I go in after work. I got there at exactly 7.
what do they? Hang on, before you do this, what do they do if you spend Lightning Lane money, and then it goes down?
They got to
They
reimburse
gotta refund you,
They've
let you in
got
for
Or
to.
give you
free.
the option to just come back again.
But they should
Rise
give you other shit
sometimes
for
never
that
comes
too.
back. Yeah.
Like, because then you've not only have you committed time, you've committed money at that point.
Yeah.
On top of just being there.
Yeah.
So like, if let's be conservative and say it's $50 to ride it
A
per
person.
person.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more than that, but let's just say it's $50 at peak time. I go at 1:30 in the afternoon, peak time, right? Breaks down while I'm waiting to get on.
It also fluctuates what day it is too. It's insane. It's
Yeah,
what
it's-
day, what time of the year, what time of the day.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So then they evacuate me off. Then it's gonna be 2 hours. Well, I've already spent $200 for my family to ride this ride.
Yeah.
Now what? I think you should get Lightning Lane for everything else until that ride reopens.
It's not a bad
That's a
call.
great idea.
I mean,
Probably won't happen, but that's a great idea.
Or if you
because
can't
what
get
Slinky
Rise,
Dog Dash is gonna fix it? Like, come on,
No.
no. Like, there's
I mean,
got to
maybe
be
if you,
some.
haven't done Rise, and you're like, oh yeah, this is just as good, but I've never done Rise.
Slinky Dog was the second most popular one this morning, by the way.
It has
Still,
been
always
both
is.
days.
It
Always
has
is.
been.
And
Good
that's-
ride.
That's what's insane. The effect of this on the rest of the park. Mickey and Minnie's has been a walk-on.
Really?
I've seen it as low as 5
It was a
minutes
walk.
and as high
I
as,
was-
like,
Wow.
40
When
minutes.
after I went and bought Rays and I was waiting for
Effectiveness is
Ronto
amazing.
Wraps to open, I just kind of circled around and I checked the shops for figures, of course, Grief and the
No 50th
Quill.
stuff there
Hmm?
at all at studios.
50th?
No 50th
It's
stuff.
basically
A
cleared
little
out.
bit, a little bit.
It's-
Okay.
I checked in the dark room today, and it's basically gone. Even there's no magic bands or pins or like it's cleaned out.
It's all at World Disney. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But the effect of this queue on the rest of the park is beautiful.
everyone's waiting for this. I mean,
Yeah.
like, this is
Slinky has dropped.
I don't
Slinky is the
understand why they
longest in
didn't
the
do
park,
this a
aside
year
from
ago.
Rise. Yeah.
like
They
just
should've.
get rid of the boarding group. Like,
But
how's this going to affect Remy?
yeah.
We'll see.
Remy is still
Virtual
slated
queues
to
are-
be virtual queues.
The idea of a virtual queue of like you can just hop in line virtually and then you can just come back is a great idea.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work for
Everyone.
2/3 of the people that are in the park. Like it's just
should
it
be an
doesn't.
option, like at the very least.
I think the Lightning Lane honestly is the best way, is the best solution to all this. Unfortunately,
Just not for me. 'cause I'm
not for
gonna
me.
do
I'm
it.
never
Yeah.
gonna fucking pay us.
No.
The only way I would pay to ride Rise of the Resistance is if I'm with someone who is as big of a Star Wars fan as I am, and they haven't ridden it, and we couldn't, for whatever reason, couldn't get on it
Right.
any other time during the day.
I would still be like, we'll try
Even
again
then, I'd
next
be
time.
like, "You guys go. I'll wait here. Tell me what you
or
think."
that. Yeah.
It would have to be somebody like Alex
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
would be the only person I'd probably pay to go ride that with.
Fair.
Because I'd have to ride it with him. Like I need to watch him.
Yeah.
Like I would just be like watching him the whole time. Like I wouldn't even, like that would be the only time I would consider it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I get it for people who just want to. I'm here one day. I don't have time to wait for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I just want to go. I get it.
But the thing is, it's not 4 hours.
I know.
The effect on this, the rest of the
I think
park,
it's gonna
but
be.
Rise itself.
I
hasn't
think
been
I
that
think
bad.
we need to wait and see what happens for the 50th because I think
True.
people are not coming because they're
But
waiting
then again,
for
the
this.
50th isn't normal either. So we need to wait.
That's
2
true.
years
We need
from
to
now.
wait for- we need to
see
wait
2 years from now.
2023
Yeah.
and see
That'll
what
be the
because
correct assessment.
that's very true.
Yeah.
Very 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 true.
But all we have to go of right now is the past 2 days.
Yeah,
But
and it's been
it's been
good.
glorious.
I'm excited. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to just walk in
So,
the queue. It's
yeah.
gonna feel so good not to show a pass or.
I felt,
Yeah,
I
that'll
felt
be
like
nice.
I was
Man.
doing something wrong. I felt dirty. I was like,
That's awesome.
Am I allowed to do this? Like,
That's great.
but like the effect is crazy. The second longest wait time in the park has been Slinky at like 45.
It's nuts, man.
Even Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower have been like 30 or less all day.
That's wild.
Mickey and Minnie is 30 or less all day.
That's
So
nuts.
it's made this park perfect. Like you can do everything and wait in line, everything, and it's fine.
See, now the only virtual queue they're gonna have in the entire
It's Remy.
property is Remy. Like
Mhm.
why?
On the app, they have a tab that says Rise can still come back.
No, because it's
So
a pause.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's paused. So they have a tab set just for virtual queues. So Tron will get one, Guardians will get one,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Remy and Rise.
See, but so how's that gonna work if you have two in the same
in the
park?
They won't let
You have to
probably.
pick which one you
Yeah.
want to do.
You're gonna have
Or
to,
So they're
most
kind of
likely.
forcing you into a
Pay for
2-day
the other
ticket.
one.
It's just
Or
like
pay
Fast
for the other
Pass
one. There you
Plus.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it would be cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you
Yeah.
want to go for, it's so shitty. It's
So-
the virtual queues suck. I
agree.
hate them.
It confirmed it. I was always
a
in that
great-
camp, but now I firmly am like, yep, virtual queues are terrible.
Again,
Oh,
it's a
no.
great thing in theory because you're like, you just have to wait. It's like, oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, but then you do have to wait until 7 o'clock that
And
night,
if you don't get it, now
and then you have to
wait till
return in a
1.
30-minute window to hopefully make. Like for me, what I would do
Really did though.
when I lived here, or when I lived here, I still live here. But what I would do when I first started being able to get up and do Rise boarding groups when they first started, I would like hope that I'd get one later in the day, so then I could make it over to there in time.
That's fair.
I mean,
too.
ultimately they let you
Yeah.
they
at the
basically
7
let you
a.m.
on whenever you
there
wanted,
was days
but-
where I would delay my button push to try to get one.
yeah,
Later.
you'd like
Jeez.
one
So, like, oh, I
1,000,
don't get off
two
of work
1,000,
till
3
3.
click, and you're like, shit, I hope I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you would, sometimes you wouldn't.
Yeah,
then
we had to play that guessing game.
or
But
you
now
had to,
there's
or
no
you had to
guessing game.
be in the park by one.
That
Like
too.
Yeah.
I hated that. I would.
you know,
sometimes-
many days I went from like I'd be at Springs in the morning,
Yeah.
and then head over to studios just to scan in to hopefully get a 1 o'clock
Yeah.
boarding
Just to
group.
stand on Hollywood Boulevard, hit the button on your phone, and then leave. I did the same thing because I would work at
it's
like 10
infuriating.
and the park opened at 9.
Well, you don't have to be in the park. You said to
Now
scan.
you don't. But
But
At
there
one
was back
point, you
in the
did have
day
to
you had
be
to.
in the park.
yeah.
But at one point, you could just scan in as long as you'd scanned in by 12,
just
you'd be
walk out,
fine.
turn
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
But this is so much better now. So I went
Way
at
better.
7. And I went. I did the Falcon. I did Star Tours, a few other things. Because my plan was, like you said, I'm gonna get in line at. It closes at 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in line at 8:50. That was my plan. So I'm watching it on my phone. It's only like 60 all night, 60 minutes, 65 minutes up and down. Then I start walking that way to get in line, and it's down. I'm like, oh, it went down. What do we do? But I was like hesitant. I'm like, should we get in line? A few people kept going in the queue in front of me, so I'm like, the line is still open.
Yeah.
It's still posted at 60-minute wait. So I get in line. I walk in. It's still down, but apparently they fixed it in this time that I'm walking the line. It was posted at 60 minutes. I timed every instance, basically, because another question is, where does the ride start? Where does that 60-minute end? What's Disney's definition? Is it?
It's got to be
I
when
think
Ray.
it's the first.
Ray.
Yeah, I think it's the first pre-show. Nah, first pre-shows.
Yeah.
That's where it starts for me.
First pre-show because you're basically immersed in it from there on out.
True. I would love to know their definition, but it was posted.
Yeah,
at
from
60
like
minutes.
if they go from this point, is it?
Yeah.
Does that mean the interrogation room?
Yeah,
like
where
what
do you
is?
count the ride? Is it when
To
you
me, it's
sit down and put your
pre-show.
seatbelt
It's
on?
Ray.
Like when I'm on the Haunted Mansion, when I feel like I'm on the ride, is in the stretching
Treasure
room.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
so I think we have to extend that to Rise, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
There's exceptions.
that's our
like
preference,
Tower of
but
Terror, there's the pre-show, and then you
or
still
our
have another
opinion.
30 minutes ahead of you. So like that's fair.
That's true.
But it was posted at 60 minutes. At 8:47, I got in line. By 9:07, I was seeing Ray's message. It was a
Nice.
20-minute
that's awesome.
wait.
That's awesome.
So it was not no 60 minutes. Can you believe that? I got off work, walked on Rise. Didn't have to worry about no boarding group at 7 a.m.
That's awesome, dude.
Loved it.
It's the way
And
to
then
go.
because I was curious, I'm like, okay, it was a 23-minute wait to get on the shuttle. And it ended up being a 33-minute wait total to get to Kylo, the interrogation.
Okay,
From walking past the gun turret, it was 33 minutes to get to the interrogation.
dude, that's not bad.
No.
I've waited longer than that with a virtual queue.
Yeah. Scanning in the line
Yeah.
and walking through the line, waiting more than 30
I've waited an
minutes.
hour and a half in that virtual
After
queue.
scanning in the
Jesus.
queue. Yeah.
So that's not
Standby is better.
the way to go. It's the way to
So
go.
That experience was awesome. So, but also on top of that experience, I finally, in my exactly, I guess, 25-year Disney career, not career, but fan career, fandom.
Fan
And
career.
I don't know.
In
what
my
you call it.
Disney
My
career, I got
career.
evacuated twice.
I was working when I was 25 years ago. No, but I finally.
I know what
got
you mean.
an
We're,
evac.
we're being silly.
Yeah, I finally got an evacuation, and it was off the greatest ride of all time, nonetheless. So
Primeval Whirl?
that is being torn down at the moment.
I
Have
know
you
it
seen
is.
those?
Everyone's getting evacuated off that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went today too and looked at that. They're ripping it apart as we speak. Like that thing will be gone within a month.
That sucks. I love that ride.
I'd love to talk more on the Disney podcast of what's going to go there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to know. It's okay. I like it.
Yes, I know.
I've got a theory about what's going there.
I want to hear.
Do
it.
you? Yeah.
We might have to wait for the 50th.
Yeah.
But
Let's hold that.
so I got evac'd off Rise. It was amazing. It was a lot of it was still in theme. It was really cool. They still had like the Imperial like alarm you hear when you think of like
Yeah.
in the Rogue One trailer, like that kind of alarm.
The Death Star siren.
Yeah. That siren was still kind of going off. And some of the announcements were in
That's
theme.
what my Krennic magic band does at the touch points.
Nice.
Some of the announcements were still like the finalizer is experiencing whatever, and I was like, okay, that's in theme. So like some of them were, some of them weren't, but like eventually they said, hey, cast members are coming to get you. Stay in your seat. You get evac'd.
Okay.
It was awesome. I am very happy it happened. I was like, I had chills and I was shaking. Like I was like that excited. It was crazy.
You've been evac'd off rides. What
I've
have
been
what have you been evac'd off of?
Evac'd in Disney's California Adventure off of the Monsters ride. It's like a slow ride where you're just kind of going through Monsteropolis.
The
Now,
old Superstar limo.
I was about to say, do you mean Superstar Limo or do you
Yeah.
mean Monsters Inc.?
Monsters Inc. Yeah,
That's a great ride. I love that. That to me, that like feels like DCA.
it does. Yeah.
I love that ride because it's nowhere else. I love that
No.
ride.
Yeah, seriously.
I've been evacuated off one ride twice at the exact same point in the ride.
Yeah.
It was Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was right before you get into the burning scene. And what happens is it stops you, and they literally put on like these like waders up to like their thigh,
Yeah, I've seen video.
and they push the boat back, and you get off of like the little ledge to your left.
Oh, that's crazy.
If
Yeah.
I couldn't get rides,
It's cool.
I would.
You
take
don't get to
Pirates.
walk
Pirates is
through
the one I
anything.
want, but you
You
can
don't-
just stand on the set.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the cool thing. Like
It's
I
cool.
got to stand on the finalizer today. Not
Yeah,
just in the
that's pretty
hallway.
cool, man. That's
Not in
pretty
the
cool.
That
hallway
is
where
cool.
They load you into the room. I'm talking like by the gun turrets, basically. Like
Nice.
That close. Like
That's awesome.
you get to stand on a First Order Star Destroyer. But
People who are paying for Lightning Lane are like, these motherfuckers are talking about getting evacuated off of it.
Yeah.
And I spent $150 for
Yeah.
3 people.
And it was my 43rd ride, so at that point, that's what you want.
Disney.
awesome.
If it was my first
I wish it was the
10,
50th.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
God, that
Or
would've
the
been dope.
66th.
Oh.
Oh.
That would have been great.
If people are paying this crazy Lightning Lane amount, you better not cut out the pre-show
Oh,
and
they-
the transport.
It might happen, but they
No.
They
better
might
not.
not
no.
know the difference. That's the problem.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah.
What, like, someone who worked in guest relations, the biggest question I have for all this Lightning Lane stuff is, what is the recovery?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have
You've already
situations
said
like
that
this
before.
where, like, hey, the guns weren't working. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I
That's-
paid to experience the
But
attraction.
they're never
know.
working.
That's
so
but that's part of the attraction. So like, I would have no problem with this if they're like, yeah, we're going to charge people more, but the people who are paying are going to be directly paying for the refurbishment of this. So they're fueling people
I
like
hope and wish.
like
we
I know
talked about
Lynn
it last
Tessa's talked
episode.
about this on his podcast before. Where he's like, when I ride Splash Mountain, part of Splash Mountain for me is seeing the hop and Brer Rabbit thing.
That doesn't work a lot.
If I'm spending $60, I want to see the fucking
Yeah.
thing work.
Yeah.
Like, what am I spending this money for if it's not going into like keeping what I want out of this attraction alive? Now that doesn't mean everyone's personal preferences should be validated,
No.
but there are certain things and show elements that should work when you're on the ride.
But if they're
Mhm.
smart
And-
too, they can
sorry,
use this.
hang on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What the thing is I'm curious about is that if someone goes to guest relations and goes like, that was bullshit. Like I paid $80 to ride Space Mountain and the lights were on. I want my fucking money back.
Mm-hmm.
Then what? That's where I go like, how is this gonna work? And I can find these questions out very easily, but like, and if I did, I wouldn't talk about it on the show because that's not what I do on the show. You know, it's never
Mhm.
been what I've done.
Yeah.
I would tell you guys, but like I wouldn't tell people at large. But like I honestly don't know. But I'm very curious about how that would go down. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah. And if they're smart, they do what you're saying. Use that money to go straight to the attraction, but also take it a step further, and they can see how popular and how many people like this attraction in terms of shutting down rides in the future.
Yeah.
Because now we'll have like a 100% like quantitative version of that. We can see.
Yeah,
hey,
but you also do
people
still
love
need
this
to have
ride.
things
It's
that
never
are
closed.
under refurb because you have to have shit that works.
Well, yeah,
like
you can close it to fix it, but I'm saying like, oh, this ride makes $1 million a day. Okay, we're never going to close this thing because
Gotcha.
everyone loves it. Like it's obviously loved.
what do you think the highest grossing attraction will be on
Well,
property?
I feel like
Let's
once-
assume Tron and all the other shit's open.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
What do you think the highest grossing attraction is
I
going to
think,
be?
Like jump into the future when it's like these rides aren't brand new anymore, so the crowds aren't spiking. Like 10 years from now, when Rise isn't like the big thing anymore, that's what I want to look at. So like, I think once you have all the new rides open for like 10 years, I still feel like Rise. Like,
No.
I'm trying to take my bias out of it, but I don't know.
No.
Rise or Tron, because
Nope.
Tron's a roller coaster.
Guardians.
I don't
The
even think
MCU
Guardians.
idiots are going to show up.
I
hope
think
so.
Mansion.
That'll be me.
I think Mansion.
Really?
I think it's going to be inexpensive enough
Yeah.
that people will be like, it's $10.
Yeah, and it's a must
And it's such
People say I
such a
have to do it.
popular attraction.
But
and-
no, Mansion's going to be part of the $20 that you buy, right? To get.
I
To
mean,
like,
do we know that for sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
They did announce the tiers.
They
Yes.
did. See,
Yeah,
I
the
haven't
tiers have been
fucking looked at that.
announced.
Yeah.
Fuck. See, I should have.
I forgot about.
So
the
okay,
tiers.
so that changes my argument really. What are the rides that are going to be these like premium ones?
Seven Dwarves is premium at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Rise, obviously, at Studios.
Yep. Was Test Track the other Epcot one? But that'll
Or
change
no,
with
Remy.
and Guardians and yeah.
See, I didn't know this was like. I thought it was just you could pay for
It's-
anything.
You know how Fast Pass.
I
used
don't
to
pay
have
attention to
tiers?
shit anymore.
It's that
Yeah.
same idea now. Over again.
So instead of getting the top tier like at Epcot, that's when you pay for now.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
so
You
you could
pay
do
for
Epcot.
premium.
Like back in the day, it used to be Epcot or Frozen,
Yeah.
and you could pick one of those two, and then you could pick the other.
Was it just A and B
Oh.
tiers?
Yeah,
right?
A and B tier. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I don't hate that.
Yeah,
Because
So,
then,
it's a
yeah.
then you
logical
always
way.
have, dude. I'm always for like just give me the fucking option to wait in line.
Yeah.
If it's worth it to
We always
me
have it.
to wait for 3 hours in line, let me make that decision.
Mhm.
Yep.
I actually don't. I don't think I hate Lightning Lane all that much.
You don't hate it from a standpoint of if you're making a once every 5 years trip.
No, like
But being a local, you're never going to use it. So
fuck
make
no.
it
I don't,
big.
I'm never.
Yeah.
There's not one scenario I can think of where I'm going to pay these fucking people
No.
to let me ride a ride.
I know it's going to be when Kyle comes. We're going to have
Oh,
to
yeah,
do.
that's fair.
We should do that.
I might. But he's ridden it before, right?
Rise?
Yeah.
Just once.
So like he's written it. Like
I know.
I don't need to watch. Like Alex, I'm telling you, that'd be the only person I think because everyone I know and love has written it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have to. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait with you for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that before I
I will
spent.
definitely do that.
I would wait for 2 hours for free, versus paying $10.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be that, but like to write it. Like it's a principle thing for me. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
pay you.
Next time my
when I'm
family
already
comes,
paying-
I'll wait whatever they want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'll wait.
Now they've all done it once.
have
now,
the option
but
to
they're
wait.
gonna wanna do it
I'll
again.
wait.
Yeah.
I will wait.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the virtual queues are going to go away now because of all this. I know they said Remy was going to be.
I hope now they just use them for just like opening periods. Okay, this ride's been open for a week. We're done.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that's what it is, because like I'm okay with that, and that's what we all thought Rise was gonna be. Like, hey, it's been open for a week. Hey, it's been open for a month. Hey, it just kept going. So I'm hoping that's what it is.
Only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. All right, what's next on the agenda here before we get into we're hitting critical mass here. What's
I
what's
don't know.
what's
I
what's the
don't think
next?
There's been a lot of news, has there?
You had something you want to talk about? Some editor
Yeah.
crying or something?
So it's actually George Lucas's ex-wife, former editor, Marcia Lucas.
The one that saved A New Hope.
No, she was an editor on the original trilogy. Where is the article? Here we go.
Yeah, his ex-wife was like. There's like a whole. She
Maybe
was
it was
credited
her.
as an editor for that movie because she like literally saved the movie, and made it. There's a documentary on YouTube about it. It's
Okay,
interesting.
okay, it's probably her. It's probably her because she's a famed editor. But she's basically ripping Kathleen Kennedy and everybody in JJ to shreds in a book that's coming out on somebody's life for, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker.
But not Ryan Johnson.
No.
Yeah, she knows
No.
the movie's not bad.
Yeah. I
There are
know.
things you can complain about Rise of Skywalker, 100%.
Yeah, and we agree with most of them.
Here's what she said. They have Luke disintegrate. They killed Han Solo. They killed Luke Skywalker, and they don't have Princess Leia anymore. And they're
Okay.
spitting movies
She
out
died
every
in
year.
real life. What do you want?
And they think it's important to appeal to a woman's audience. So now their main character is this female who's supposed to have Jedi powers, but we don't know how she got Jedi powers or who she is. It sucks. The storylines are terrible. Just terrible. Awful. You can quote me, J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy. Talk to me.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
She
pretty
went hard.
She went hard on him.
But we can
Is that
dis-
is that a quote that I said?
No, this is a quote that
No, like,
Lucas
but we
said.
can
I don't-
dispute
I don't-
every single one of those. Like,
I mean,
Mhm.
that's
Those
no
aren't even-
different than Luke.
that's not even legit arguments.
They're not.
It is no different than Luke.
It's no different
She
than
has
Luke.
more fucking training
It's
than
different
Luke.
because it was 1977 and you were part of something major.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
And then way to stand with your feminists there.
I don't
too.
mind that.
Or
Like,
no,
dude, stand
no,
by. Like,
no, neither do I. But I'm just kind of calling her out
Yeah.
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, even if it is feminist, the fact that she isn't saying I don't like that is like we don't like that as feminist. Like, but it's not. It's just she's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
she's the character in the movie. It's not
she's-
about.
it doesn't.
feminism.
I never felt that way about Ray. I know,
Neither
some,
did
I know some
I.
people were like, "Oh, I like you and these girls get it." Like, if you think like that, you're a
So
fucking
do you
idiot.
want every single character
Because
to be a man? in
Because
Star
did
Wars?
you think about that way about Leia? Because
No.
I never even thought about it.
No, it's just
like,
she's a person.
I
No,
never thought about
those-
it. Like I remember seeing people like we'd be talking shit about Ray. I'm like, that didn't even cross my fucking brain.
No, it's just
It's
a
because
character.
Ray never got into a slave bikini. Those fucking meatheads.
That's
all
way,
they want.
dude. That's way more fucked up.
I know.
If you're talking like, I don't think it's fucked up, but like if you're gonna compare what's more objectifying of women,
It's
it's
Yeah.
gotta be the Leia
original
thing.
trilogy. Yes, absolutely.
It was a fucking joke on Friends that like
100%.
Ross was into it and wanted to fuck Rachel when she was wearing the slave Leia thing.
So does she not like Ahsoka?
Even
Is
calling it
Ahsoka-
slave Leia.
for being a strong
fuck,
female
dude.
character.
Feminism, like, come on, like,
No,
Ahsoka's just
she-
a good character. Like, there's no feminism.
I think it's directed at the
behind it.
movies, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, like, for example, then she must not like Ahsoka. Then, like,
Marcia's stuck in the 70s, and she thinks
Yes.
that she has to bring her husband a sandwich.
Very
and-
rarely do I rail against women
yeah,
when they're
When
like
they deserve it, though.
defending something that like because I have issues with women. We all it's not a secret. Anyone listens to the show like knows
I mean, we
like,
just have issues with people.
with people, like,
everyone
j-
has issues with people.
but like this is antiquated, man. Like this is a dumb way of thinking. Like just shitting on Ray because she's a girl is fucking sexism.
yeah,
It
and,
is
and
like
saying she's not somebody.
just like shitting on her for being a girl and the like she's like, oh, she's a fucking girl, and then the guys are like, oh, she's a fucking girl. It's the same thing.
yeah.
What are we talking about?
She probably would have complained if it was just another dude in the role. Honestly, she probably
Doesn't sound like
I
it.
just did another dude.
Here's another thing. Like
Killing the main characters is a part of what you do
and
in a franchise
I
like this
know.
when you're moving
And
forward.
earlier in this article, she kind of expanded that she was really pissed that she's like, they don't get it. And J.J. Abrams is writing these stories. When I saw the movie where they kill Han Solo, I was furious. I was furious when they killed Han Solo. Absolutely, positively, there was no rhyme or reason to it. I thought, you don't get the Jedi story. You don't get the magic of Star Wars. You getting rid of Han Solo. First off, Han Solo's not a fucking Jedi, you
Correct.
idiot.
What is she talking about?
I have no idea what she's fucking talking about. And Han Solo's death was necessary to Ben Solo's character development.
Huge.
Could you
And
imagine
Kylo
if he
Ren.
was alive
Or
during
he just
that?
never saw Han again, like,
Yeah.
alive or dead. Like, what?
This woman's insane.
It's well, she's completely misguided. She's completely detached from reality, and she'd be checked into a fucking mental institution.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
God.
Makes no sense. And your words of wisdom about the sequel trilogy are unfounded and fucking stupid.
There are
I don't
problems
care
with the
what you
sequel
edited.
trilogy, but-
Just because you edited what everybody loves, what these meat-headed fucking men love from the get-go, okay, these stupid pieces of shit men who beat their wives and watch the Star Wars and who can't accept Rey for who she is, she's a more powerful character than Luke, by the way. Just accept it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
accept it,
And that's
guys,
true.
okay?
Because she's a Palpatine.
Yes. And it makes
Like,
sense.
And she actually does training though. We see
So-
Luke train with Yoda for like 2 days.
Here's
And that's
here's my whole argument for this is, who do you think is a more powerful Sith user, Darth Vader or Sidious?
Sidious.
Okay, so if you're going by their offspring, wouldn't you think
yeah,
that
it's
their
Rey.
offspring would be following in the traits of their parents,
Yes.
the lineage? So if you're 2 generations removed from that, you kind of have to go like, well, that person was more powerful, so this would make this character more powerful. It's common sense, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not exactly how it would play, like not necessarily how it would play out in real life.
No.
Like if my grandfather was 6'9", and I came out 5'3", it wouldn't be. I've been
Like,
drinking. Do you know what I'm
The
saying?
Force doesn't
Like,
have to be genetics, but it
but
could,
it can be. It can
and
be.
It was in this instance.
Like, and
so that's how it
what's the
works.
point I'm trying to make? Just because my grandfather, I don't know. I gave up. I give up on that analogy. I forget. There was a point there.
I get
Do
what
the
you're
math,
saying.
figure it
yes.
out.
I think I understand the route you're taking. What basically is Marcia Lucas. She sucks.
She sucks. Like, this is a dumb opinion.
This is bad. This is a bad take. This is a really bad take. Like,
It
stop
almost sounds like she's just bitching
grandstanding.
for George.
She is.
Might be.
She almost is. Ex-wife, whatever. Stop grandstanding on the original trilogy. Like, it is what it is.
When are we just going to accept the fact that the original trilogy is not as great as everybody remembers it being?
I know.
I love those movies.
Who doesn't?
It don't hold up. It
And
don't hold up
I-
as
to-
well
to
as
that
everyone
point-
remembers them holding up.
To that point,
Try showing an 8-year-old the original trilogy now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Like to that point, I feel like this. It's my opinion, so it's still valid as my opinion. But it makes me sound like a bad fan. But whenever Taylor's like, "Hey, let's watch A New Hope tonight," I'm like, "Ooh, how about Force Awakens?"
you're like, fuck. Do we have to?
Yeah,
Can we
or
watch
she's like,
Phantom Menace?
She's like, "Can we watch Return of the Jedi?" I'm like, I'm kind of tired.
I watched-
you
For
know?
me, I go Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. A New
Yeah.
Hope is so goddamn boring.
Yeah. Now I still love them, and
I
I
do
still
too.
watch them.
I will
but
defend.
I don't
It's
watch
still
them
better
as
than the
often.
prequel trilogies,
Yeah.
objectively. But it's.
Often when I go home and I sit down to watch Star Wars, I'm
I don't
watching
think of
either
those anymore.
Mando or sequels.
Yeah,
That's really
sequels
about
for
all
me.
I watch regularly right now is Mando and sequels. But
I watched Solo and Rise of Skywalker while getting tattooed.
nice.
That
I need
was
to go back to
because-
Solo. I haven't
yeah.
seen it for like.
Then you had 4 more
5
hours
months.
to burn.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then I turned The Simpsons on because I
Nice.
was using their Disney Plus. So
Cannot go wrong with Simpsons. What about
What
the
season?
Simpsons Star Wars special?
season
No,
10.
God
You
no.
didn't like it?
The
No.
Force Awakens from its
That was
nap.
funny.
It was too short.
It was just.
too short.
They don't know what to
Yeah,
do
it
with The
was way too
Simpsons.
short.
They have
It's
no
true.
clue.
They really don't.
Disney has no idea what to do with The Simpsons. Hey, shut the fuck up and let them be The
Just let
Simpsons.
The Simpsons, yeah. That'd
They've
be
been
like if
around
they
for
messed with
30 years
Deadpool.
without you. They don't need
They
you
can get around
meddling.
for another
They don't
30.
need you being. What's the word with corporation?
Synergy?
Synergy. They don't need the synergy. Let them be.
You sound like
There was-
Ian Malcolm right now.
there's
right now with,
never
like,
been-
Jurassic Park.
There's never been fucking Maggie shorts. Shut up.
True.
We don't. Just let it be. Let the show be. You don't have to shoehorn it in. We know it's on Disney Plus. Leave it alone.
If you really
God damn it.
take it off Disney Plus and put it on Hulu, for God's sake.
That would be
Leave
a
it on
better
Disney Plus.
option.
It's fine, but don't keep adding all these fucking
Right.
things that don't make any sense.
Just let the show. Do
Why
the
is
show.
she
Just
on?
let it-
Why is she dreaming about Star Wars for no reason?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
In an episode, it could make sense. Just do it in an episode.
I know.
She goes to the comic book store. She falls asleep while comic book guy's babysitting her, and she listens to Star Wars, and she has a dream about it. There you go. There's an
That's
episode.
genius.
Worst.
Like what? Come on,
dream
man. Like
ever.
fuck.
Yeah.
Do I have to write all this shit? Come
No.
on.
Yes. Well, they're gonna take that now. It's already being made right now. You just did.
They have no idea what to do with this episode. It drives me insane because I love that show.
Me too.
It's kind of the same with the Muppets. We're getting Muppets.
They're
Haunted Mansion.
figuring it out
We're
now.
getting there, step by step.
The Muppets don't work in a 2-hour format.
Correct.
Shrink it down to 45 minutes.
Oh
There's
my
a
God.
reason Muppet
Now
Vision 3D is
at, like,
successful. It's a
1%
12-minute
good
show.
stuff.
Hold on. that Muppets Now episode with Seth Rogen, I was fucking
That
crying.
was great. That was
Oh
great.
my-
That
I
was
didn't
like
watch
the
this.
1%.
I watched one episode of
God.
Muppets Now, and I gave up.
That was like the 1% that was good.
Oh my God,
So
you've
they're on the
you've
right
got to
track.
watch the Seth Rogen episode.
You
It was
got
really
it.
fucking
It was
funny.
great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Done. I'll watch it
Especially
tonight.
with I can't remember who was interviewing him, but with like the actual babies, the babies that were Muppets. They're like
Yeah.
Rogen.
Yeah. He was like, that one has a knife. Should I be concerned about that?
I didn't watch it.
It was so
It
good.
was
I,
great.
I didn't even give that show
Oh
a
my
chance. I
God.
tried
I
to
gotta go
watch
read
it.
back
It just
and
was
watch
like,
Most
I'm
of
out.
it wasn't that great.
And
but
I
that
love
one.
the Muppets.
Yeah.
I love the
No,
Muppets.
do you know what I want back? The fucking sitcom they had on ABC. That
was so good.
hilarious.
I never
was
got
so
to see
good.
It. If they put that
Dude,
on
it's on
Disney
Disney
Plus,
Plus.
It is on
oh,
Disney Plus.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
we,
watching it.
me
Get
and Holly binged it. I was
immediately.
like, you got to
Okay,
watch
okay.
it.
It's
And
hilarious.
they ended on this like cliffhanger thing, and give me that.
Yeah.
It's The Office. It's the Muppets. It's fucking
was good.
awesome.
I didn't know
It was
on
so
Disney Plus,
good.
so I'm
It,
glad,
dude, it
'cause
was.
I missed it when it came
The
out. 'cause I
problem
had so much
was,
going
and
on.
I could by watching the show, I know exactly the budget was too high. They brought all these
probably.
fucking celebrities
Oh, yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah.
She was with Chelsea Handler. All the fuck. We don't need that. Let the Muppets be the Muppets. Let them do what the Muppets do. If celebrities happen to show up and they're reasonably priced, have them come on. There's no reason to have Chelsea Handler on the fucking Muppets. It doesn't make any sense anyway.
Is she even relevant anymore?
No,
Like,
it doesn't matter. But this show's good, man. The show holds up.
I'll be watching
Fozzie's
it. I
dating a
didn't know it
girl,
was.
and he's like, they're racist against bears. It's
What the
fucking
heck? I
hilarious.
love that kind of
It's so
comedy.
fucking funny, dude.
That is
It's so
awesome.
good.
That is great.
It's a
Are you
great
excited
show.
for Haunted Mansion?
I haven't watched the trailer because I don't watch
I
trailers.
haven't watched the trailer either.
But yeah, dude,
Okay.
fuck
'Cause
yeah.
You love Haunted Mansion. You love
It's my
Muppets, so,
favorite
like,
ride
stick 'em
still to this
together.
day, even with Rise of the Resistance being around. So
Yeah.
I'm all in. I love Muppets. I love.
There's a couple
love
celebrities
it.
coming.
There are, yeah.
But
I
That's
watched
a
the
part of
trailer
the
I
too.
think they're reasonable.
Because it was like a
celebrities,
thing in the 70s with the Muppet Show. It was like a way to.
Mhm.
It was basically Saturday Night Live with Muppets.
though. Yeah.
I get it. That's part of it. But you don't need to go broke putting Chelsea Handler in the fucking show.
That's the thing.
Like-
these celebrities are like they're.
It should be a
reasonable.
cameo. Have them come in for free to promote whatever the
Like-
fuck they're hawking that week.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Do you not want to know who one of them is for this one?
No, I don't know
Okay, I
anything.
won't say anything. But he is reasonable. He's not like. Shaquille
I'm sure it's like
O'Neal,
Jack Black.
I mean, it's kind of that level, I guess.
Okay.
Speaking of the Muppets, you ever gone to Muppets 3D and not had what's the Muppet that comes out at the end?
Sweetums.
Sweetums.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't have.
happened to me with COVID.
Yeah,
It's weird.
that was weird. I did it this past go around at
He
Disney
wasn't there
Hollywood.
this
And he wasn't. This was last weekend.
Wow.
Somebody called out.
Mhm.
Yes, because that's not normal. It was normal for what, like a 3-week period?
Yeah, they had it.
It
they didn't
was
have,
normal.
They didn't have
Really?
anyone there for a while. Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be normal now, so that's not good.
Yeah,
I don't like it because there's no like contingency. If that
I'm
doesn't happen,
very
I don't
nervous
do
about Muppets 3D.
That's not going anywhere.
that.
You sure about
They
that?
have to retheme that whole area. They're not going to put the
I
money in
know.
right now.
All right.
It's not happening.
No,
Like
they're
maybe
putting
in
that money
5-10 years.
Dinoland instead right
Well,
now.
yeah, that's
5-10
what I'm
years,
talking about.
It's not going to be around in 5-10 years, but
Oh,
like
don't say that.
it's not
I
gonna
think
be.
Galaxy's Edge is going to consume it.
I think so too. I think they're
It's
gonna.
gonna be so conflicted.
Yep.
Oh,
No, I would be for it, dude.
Ah.
You can't have
Move it.
everything.
Move
you,
it.
You can't have everything be there forever. Some shit's got to go.
but some has to.
I
stay.
think It's a Small World's got to go. I think it's over.
I agree here.
60
Ours
years.
should never. Ours should have been gone 50 years ago.
Come on, man.
Like ours is not good.
it doesn't need to be there still.
Disneyland should never be touched. But
I
ours, get rid of
disagree
it.
with that too. I think
No,
it's
ooh, I
hang
love
on,
that.
hang on.
All right.
It's a historical thing. I
Yeah.
get it. If Walt came back to life right now and walked into Disneyland, he'd be like, "Why the fuck is this still here? This was an attraction I made for Fanta or for Pepsi
Yeah.
at the fucking World's Fair in 1964, and it's still here. Why?
Yeah.
Because it sells plush and merchandise? Get it the fuck out of here." He wouldn't want to see that shit still.
No.
And
but,
stop letting the Jews in.
Yeah, and get these blacks off this boat.
But
Put them in the back. Lightning lane to the back.
People were really racist, Evan, back
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Walt's time.
yeah.
I'm not racist. I'm just saying what Walt would say if he was looking at the Honda at It's a Small World.
And he still wouldn't say that last part.
He would say it with a smile on his face. He'd be like, get the blacks in the back.
No, he wouldn't.
Rosa Parks those
Yeah.
motherfuckers
No, he
right
wouldn't.
into the
No,
back
he
of the
wouldn't.
boat.
No, he wouldn't. He would say the first part because everyone thinks he's a Jew hater.
He'd be like, "Whoa, I don't know about that."
He'd be
Was
like,
there ever Evan?
he
Was
would
there
come-
ever
he would
Evans?
approach you and be like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
I would have kicked his ass.
He'd be like, nah, we don't allow you freaks in our park with your red hair.
I would have kicked Walt's short ass.
That's the episode. That's the title of the episode. Tom beats the shit out of Walt Disney.
That works.
Shouldn't we save
Tom?
that for the 50th episode?
Maybe
next week?
that might be the I
I'm
don't know.
gonna go looking for his head.
It's frozen. It's under
Find
Cinderella
it.
Castle.
Yeah,
All right.
go look.
No, they made
go
a golden,
find it. Let me
they
know what
made a
happens.
golden statue of it, right? They painted.
Oh, that would be hilarious if they did that.
Yikes!
I think that was it for news.
Oh, I didn't even another thing. We didn't talk about Space 220.
Do you have like a real? Because we're almost at 2 hours on this
Uh,
part.
I'll save that then for
Save
my
it.
least favorite memories for Walt Disney next
Oh
week.
shit!
Okay.
Okay.
Disney
A
World.
tease.
All right.
I like
Save
the
it for-
tease.
save
That'll be
There's
next
the-
week.
I like the tease.
'Cause
Any?
I have
Is
like
there
an
any
hour
other?
rant on that?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll keep it PG. But
Is there? You don't have to. Is there any other Star Wars news we want to talk about here? There's not. Knights of the Old Republic is getting a
Nintendo Switch.
Did we talk about that before?
The remake,
Did
yeah,
we talk about it on the
Oh,
show
yeah.
or off the
Mhm.
show?
on the show.
Okay.
On
Yeah,
the
I'm excited about that. I'm going to do it. I don't need a PS5. I'm going to do
Nice.
this instead. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're
All right,
good.
that's it. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Jedi Talk. I've been Brad Hughes. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. You can follow me on Instagram at TheBradVentures. Check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheBradVentures as well. And we'll see you on the next show. Evan, where can everybody find you on the internet?
Look for me on the Instagram at Evan T. Boucher.
Beautiful. Tom, where can everybody find you?
At Fourth Mother Box.
Beautiful. Check out the podcast. It's fantastic. Until then, we will see you guys on the next show. Stay safe. May the Force be with you.
Always.
Rise, Jedi Knight.
And right into lightsabers.